Hello, everyone. Hello. How are we? Hope we're well. It's, what is it now? Friday evening, of course, tonight. Everything's all fine. Apologies for the slight delay. There's been a few bits and pieces obviously going on in the background. I was doing some, did a bit of work, trying to put the kids to bed. I have had to rebuild OBS yet again because obviously the things decided it's going to have a new layout once again. So I'm now trying to work out like what has gone wrong, what's needing to be rebuilt. There's still some stuff that I still need to fix. For example, I don't know where my Twitch stats are. Gudja in with 31 months worth of support from Dave Gudja there. What a wonderful man. Thank you so much, Dave Gudja. That's very, very cool. And yes, Jugger Benito, that message that flashes up on the screen is indeed "Here we go," but in Greek. Doing some artwork with the littlest one. Right before we get started. Littlest Jameson has been drawing rockets again. Yeah, definitely a rocket. Definitely a rocket. Clip that, and we can use it, as we can now do stories on Twitch. That man just loves a rocket, doesn't he? Give me the clip. Fucking loves it, doesn't he? Evening to everybody. How are we? Of course, it's been a long week, hasn't it? Friday's here, but December is also here, which means it's now, I think everyone's allowed to say it's Christmas, really, aren't they? I guess people start to get a bit pissy if you don't mention it. So, yes, well done, it's Christmas, blah, 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 blah. Right, okay, here's a Baileys, let's have a lovely time, right? Hope everyone's good, by the way. Hope you had a cracking week. Genuinely hope you had a cracking week. Welcome in, by the way, to everyone who's here tonight. Rugio's in, Clue's in, Being a Child. Who else we got? Classic Katie's in, of course. Welcome, Classic Katie. Nice to see you. Martin's here. Jogo Benito, of course, we said is here. Scott Games is in. Mitun is in. First time in. Sound howdy. Evening, Mitun. Hope you're good. Yeah, this is just a nice... I think this is going to be a nice stream, to be honest. And I've already got my vibes out that it's going to be fun. Because why would it not be? Do you know what I mean? Fraser Lloyd... It's, no, that's nonsense. It's my birthday and John Terry's birthday on the 7th. All right, so, as in it's your birthday on the 7th as well. Okay, cool. I was going to say it's like, that was a really, really weird sort of like thing to say. Going, it's my birthday. And hey, you know what? John Terry's birthday is on the 7th. But I appreciate that. So happy birthday for the 7th to you, Fraser. Hope you have a cracking day. Hope life is going to send you a good one. No one sees anything other than a rocket. There's literally just a rocket. Rockets only. There is no more than just rockets. He fucking loves them. But yeah, obviously it's been a good week. Meatun is struggling with the diffuse challenge. Any recommendations with lower league management tactics? 4-3-3 is my go-to. It's not great in this FM coming from FM22. Oh mate, you've missed quite a bit then if you're coming from FM22. I like a 4-3-3. I love a 4-3-3, to be honest. 4-4-2 is pretty handy as well, of course. What I would suggest is if you're struggling with tactics and you're specifically lower league management, I would recommend the FM show as a pretty decent place to start, to be honest. I go straight there, I get all my information, and then I'd come back and be like, hey, Tony, thanks for that. That was great. Obviously, I have a vested interest in there, to be honest, don't I? But yeah, please go and have a little look at it. There was a new episode dropped on Wednesday. We dropped a Patreon exclusive episode today. So if anyone who's in the Patreon has, of course, had a listen to it or a watch of it, then let me know what you think. It'd be interesting to see if you like that new sort of like the sort of slightly different style we've gone for Patreon. I think it should work. I think it's a little bit more sort of like a little bit looser, and it should allow us a little bit more sort of like access to guests and things like that. So hope you're good. Arsenal, welcome in. Zeep is here as well, by the way. A nice stream, he says. Fast forward to midnight when Tony has his head in his hands crying. Yeah, probably will, won't it? Because thing is, of course, we are going to start crying first of all because Salufay is out for a couple of weeks. He got injured in pre-season. I mean, the man was looking brilliant. 2 goals in 3 games. We signed this guy blind. We just went, he'll probably do. Let's go in for him. What a player. He looks brilliant, doesn't he? Sadly, he has picked up a knock. Maudo Dieng was again another one we sort of signed a little bit blind as well. He looks pretty handy too. Evening, Lieutenant Squirtle. How are we? Nice to see you in. Shameless plugging. There's only shameless plugging. It's not even shameless. It's just outright blatant plugging at this point. Hashtag sponsored show. Shave your balls, by the way, on Manscaped. Get 20% off. Use the code FM show. And of course, there's also been a VPN little thing that just pops up just there in that corner occasionally. So get yourself a VPN. £19 for the year. I think that's good value. That's what I would say. I use a VPN now because of that. 433 can evolve during a game to 235, I've heard somewhere. Yeah, Stinger's made a great video on that, to be honest. And it does. Obviously, remember that your shape is your out of possession shape, usually. Things can, of course, change as game states dictate. We have, remember, brought some players in this season, although we'll show here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players technically come in. Lots of players out. Actually, not as many out as I thought, to be honest. I thought maybe more players out. Akore has gone as a proper player, player released. In fact, there you go. So released players have gone. That's where we are there. So some players have left. I think the squad's starting to look a little bit healthier now. We've even got, look at this, we're even under wage budget now. I mean, literally like scraping through. But, at least we're not overspending at this point now. So, in the event we end up in Europe, then we're not going to fail FFP this season for that. Who knows what will happen in the following seasons. Evening, Llama. How are we, sir? Welcome to the man. Not even the myth. The man, the actual, and the legend is Llama over there. Please go and drop that man a follow if you're not already doing so. What do you do? What do you do with your time? Like, if you're not watching Llama make Football Manager content, then seriously, like, what are you doing? Playing the game yourself like a loser? Come on. I mean, my word. How are you, Llama? Hope you're good, my man. Pleasure, of course, to see you. If you are brand new to the stream, we are trying to build a nation in Greece. In fact, we're not trying. We are building a nation in Greece. I've decided, let's go 100% on this. Let's commit to it. We are building a nation in Greece, and it started a couple of years ago, really, and it didn't really start on fire, but now, I mean, pressure is now on, really, because after finishing second in the first season, when we had 2 divisions in the second division, we had a north and a south split, we missed out on promotion. Then last season, they pumped everyone in together and just went, right, come on then, let's go and sort of see what you can do, scrapping away with each other. Turns out not great. We finished 4th. This season, the bookies have us pegged as the favourites to win the league by a considerable margin. So pressure is on, I think. Again, feel free to clip that because this is going to come back and bite me on the backside, I reckon, by the end of the season. I wonder why you haven't loaned players for 2 years. We haven't had the opportunity, to be honest. The market hasn't been there for us to bring loan players in. We've tried our best to bring players that we thought were going to add value to the club. Well, I say add value to the club. That are going to get us through what we needed to get them through. And in fairness, what we've done is we've gone from being a mid-table side. The expectations were to finish mid-table and finish in the top half if possible. We've gone from that the board are now going, hey, let's finish in the top 3. So I've raised expectations, okay? I might not have got promoted, but I've raised expectations. And this is where we are right now. Erden FM, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Thank you very much for that. Hope you're good. Appreciate you there. Very, very kind indeed. I'm going to have to bring up another window because I'm missing out all these activity feeds as well as to what's coming through. So, yes, everyone, of course, is having a lovely, lovely time. Yeah, I've got now trying, like, look, we've raised expectations, okay? And I don't know if that is a good thing or not, but it's happening, right? It's happening, and it's happened. That's the thing. So it's one of those things where it is actually already on its way. So we've done it. and we are doing it right now. So yeah, that's what's going down. Let's close that feed there. That's fine. Right. Okay, that's a little bit better. Sorry, I'm still doing admin in the background. 11-10. Now I'm glad I'm on 75 favourites. Yeah, that's... Let's see. Right, so Levidiakos have come down from the top division. They're 3-1 favourites to be promoted. And I believe it was Ioannakos came down as well. So, look, pressure is on right now. You know, let's make that happen. Wondering why I didn't try with Bayern loans. To be fair, we did get a couple of players in from Bayern last season, and we've got a couple of players in from Bayern this season. For example, this guy, Jonathan Asp Jensen, has come in from Bayern Munich on loan, as has Emirhan Demichan. So it's not that easy to get players from Bayern when the ability of the club is very, very low. Like, there's that issue. You know, we weren't really an attractive proposition. Some would say we're still not. Do you know what I mean? Some would say that we're still not. Asp-Jensen was a wonderkid in FM23. He's a great... Oh, is he? Okay. Now, this is the bit, right? This is where my complete lack of understanding when it comes to not just Football Manager, but real-life football really comes into play, and people get really, really annoyed at me, because I'm like... Oh, I've signed this guy. Is he any good? And everyone's like, he's the greatest player in the world, Tony. You should know about this guy. And I'm like, interesting. Okay. Let's have a little think about what he is. Oh, yeah, he does look quite good, doesn't he? You know, with his 42 for work rate and, 86 for finishing. So, yeah, all right. In that case, I'm looking forward to this then, right? It's going to be fine. We're going to have a lovely time, and I think it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I hope that we can do some good things. Should we keep Doumbia as number 26? A lot of people bought his shirt. I don't feel bad having to sort of refund people. Is he number 10? Is he number 12? Is he number 11? I mean, to be fair, we can almost get him. Right, let's give him the number 10 shirt. Right? He's not quite a number 10, but we'll give him that. And then, actually, you know what? No, people have bought his shirt during pre-season. Let's keep it. He can be the number 26, and then when Mario leaves in the summer, he can have the number 9. Because let's face it, he's going to need the number 9 next season if he's still here, of course, because he might end up leaving us. Expectations for top goal scorer in the league, just as if FM is listening to us. Mamadou Doumbia is expected to be the top goal scorer in the league. So. Right, again, no pressure there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Like, hopefully, we're on for a good season this year. I hope. You can never tell, really, can you? I think we've recruited well. Again, look at that. Salify and Doumbia in the top expectations for the best players of the league as well. So, you know what? Pressure, they really are. I think I've said pressure's on about 52 times in this stream already tonight, because all I keep finding is reasons to feel nervous. Okay, and every single screen I click on just has another little bit of nerves, and I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure we'll work it all out and it'll be okay. But right now, I'm not sure. I just want the games to get done. Like, let's get a couple of games underway, get a couple of decent enough results first thing, and then we can go from there. Because until then, it just you know what I mean. I just need to steady myself down a little bit. That's what I need to do. I need to steady myself down just a touch. What have we got there? Ruben de Emmerman in with a prime. Appreciate you, Ruben. Thank you very kind indeed. Make sure you link your Twitch to Discord, by the way, because if you do that, then you end up in the subscribers area of Discord, and you can see all the little sneaky bits behind the scenes that not everyone else gets access to. And you get access to the end of season save files as well, which again are available as part of your subscription and prime package. So pop them in there. You can come and do some scouting with us as well if you feel so inclined. One save to go my career after the ball gave me an ultimatum, says Mitten. Oh dear. Take a shot every time Tony says pressure's on. Oh, no, You don't want to do that. You'll be dead. And I can't have that on my conscience. I'm sorry. Like, as much as we're all having a lovely time, I can't be like, hey, did you hear about Tony and what happened the other night? No, what happened? Oh, well, let's just say he's not allowed back on Twitch anymore. I don't need that. I don't need that pressure. You know, I've got 19 podcasts to run, so I can't be taking the time off for that. Remember, ask the board for any requests. We might catch them on a good day. Yeah, I mean, we spoke to them about getting a feeder club, and they've seemed pretty happy with it, but we just couldn't get one. That was the problem. So that was an issue. Oh, there we go. Left wing back. Do we play with a wing back? We do play with a wing back. I'm not sure we'd play him as an important player though. Maybe we'll play him as a squad player. Maybe. Bit of backup isn't the worst, is it? Where are we on the Nestos Christopoulos in the Greek Cup? Where are we in terms of accepting or denying that it's Christmas? Are we? I mean, advent calendars for the kids, obviously. Advent calendars on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, there's now an FM advent calendar I've started opening up, and I've put it onto TikTok as well, because you know that's where my crowd are. Clearly, we all hang out on TikTok. TJ's broken out the Bailey's room for an interesting night. I mean, hey, look, the problem is that Bailey's is it's just a bit too easy, isn't it? Really, and I just figured it was probably a good idea. Taribo West is a high bar to start the calendar. I mean, you've got to start the bar high, surely, right? I have to accept it is now the festive period, says Goodger. I've watched Taribo West in real life, one of the worst players ever. I think that's where we're at, innit? It's like sort of remembering that, yeah, he wasn't as good as the game says he was. Because if he was as good as the game says he was, then, you know, there'd be there would be the Taribo West role in the game, I think. But it's just, sadly, he never reached the heights, and nor was he ever gonna. You know, you can't reach the heights of what Taribo West was apparently going to be. Good just says lights have gone up outside. His job, trees up but not decorated. Mrs. G's job. There we go. Oh, Doumbia puts it out for a throw in almost. Jogo Benito dreading putting up the Christmas tree. The cats pounce on it all the time. Yeah, if you've got pets, that will happen. Similar with children, I believe. So. Oh, good save by the keeper as Gotsamanidis gets the header on. Going to read us in with a corner, headed over the top. Remember, by the way, hopefully our set pieces. Evening, Si Maggio, how are we, buddy? Welcome. If you are not following Si, get on it. Make sure you follow Si, because not just is he fantastic at what he does, he's also fantastic as part of the Football Shirt Social, which me and him both do, as it's one of those podcast things I talked about that I like to do. We do football shirt-based conversations in a video format, which may or may not be a podcast. But it's great, and it's really, really good fun, and I think you should definitely follow it and definitely subscribe to the channel, and definitely keep your eyes peeled for Monday's episode that's going to drop. So it comes out every single week, so please do that. Give us some support. We had Jack Kenmare on from Sports Bible on last week, and he was brilliant. He was a great guest, and some of the guests we've got lined up for future shows, seriously, I still can't believe we've got these people. Like, genuinely, we've not had anybody say no yet, and we've set the bar stupidly high with a few silly questions, and they've said, yeah, 100%, that sounds class. Like, let's do that. So our January is going to be very, very busy and very, very fun. So get in on the ground level, become an OG at the Footy Shirt Social, and yeah, then you can be like, we were here before, like everyone else was here, and it was like full like hipsters now. So yeah, do that. That'd be cool. Si, I was late. I didn't get the thing. Jack's parents have left us a comment. I need to check that out. Oh, that's brilliant. I love that. Yeah, I'll do some TikTok things as well tonight. Oh, I need to do me. I need to probably should do my thing for tomorrow's advent calendar. So I realised it was a bit of a late in the day thing. Oh, what about that? Telegenidis with the strike. Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. We can switch them up. So if you start them off, then I can always add in. That's a keeper goes for it. Telegenidis smacks it from the edge of the area. Yeah, because I figured I'll put them out on Twitter this morning. I was like, oh, that's a cool idea, and I Liavas, shades of Roberto Carlos. I had an idea with the. It's a shame this is just a friendly, isn't it? As I was driving back from dropping the kids off at school, I was like, you know what? Maybe I could do it the 12 Days of Christmas Football Manager version, and I started coming up with it, and I was like, this is pretty good actually. I can do this. And then I was like, maybe I'll do an advent calendar, because my mate Carl Donnelly, who's a comic, he does a advent calendar on Instagram of. It started out. He did a booze advent calendar a few years back. Who is now his wife, his girlfriend at the time, his wife now, and bought him 24 different miniature bottles of booze, and his challenge was to drink them first thing in the morning and make a cocktail. And I think it was during lockdown, and he was in Australia at the time, so that they were properly locked down. So he did the 24 days of booze, and it was brilliant. Like, all of us comics got on board with it, and of course, like, all the public realised he was brilliant as well. And he's already got a really great following, but that following sort of blew up even more. Like, he's supporting Kevin Bridges at the minute. That's how good he is. And then the following year, he did a coffee advent calendar, and that was, again, very, very funny, very funny. But then the booze one came back last year, and this year he's back on the booze again, and it's so funny watching someone justify drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning and then going and doing the school run. It's really good. So again, that sort of like was a bit of an inspiration for me, doing like, do you know what? There's enough footy manager, champ manager legends that we could totally do on ourselves. And so I put the tweet out this morning. I was like, right, let's honour the great man, the OG. And behind door number one was Taribo West. So as Zeep says, it's a big, strong start. It's a big, strong start. And I think you've got to. If you're trying to get an idea going, you've got to go big early doors, right? And yeah, that's where we went for. So let's see what number 2 brings, shall we? The 12 Days of FM calendar ought to feature the 12 best players from the British Steel Challenge. I mean, that's an idea. That is an idea. We could try that. But I think I was going along the lines of, on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a goalkeeper injury was where it started, and at that point, the rest of it's easy after that. So yeah, so we'll see. Mark Kerr tomorrow, you reckon? Okay, interesting. It's a big shout, but they're all big shouts. Do you know what I mean? They're all big shouts. Is Matt Letizia on the list? No, he's not. No, not for FM. If it was someone who said, "Oh, you know what? Here's my advent calendar of COVID vaccine deniers," then yeah, I reckon Letizia would be on the list. Here's my advent calendar of flat earthers. Tor Madeira for Christmas Eve. Emil Heskey's which day? Well, he's Boxing Day, isn't he? If Kamini doesn't get a day, I'm outraged. Kamini was going to get it, but then of course he dropped it sadly. Milan Baros, an FM legend. Not sure about that. Good ball cut straight back. Oh, there we go. The Earth isn't flat. No, it has various terrains. That of course is the universal sign for terrain. Can't be flat. We've got hills. Yeah. I mean, who's to say that those hills aren't actually flat though? Stefan Chapusat must be said on the day RDF says it. Chapuswiat. Scolari in for a whole year. Oh, happy Christmas, Scolari. 12 months worth of support. Thank you so much for that. Genuinely, that means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you. I love that. Oh, Emaran makes it 5. No offside flags up. See what's happening now, right? And we've obviously, I guess, I should have probably worked out last year when we did the 2-year anniversary. Kazubla in with a follow as well, by the way. Thank you very much for that. Very, very kind indeed. Appreciate you. And JM Thoughts is here, who can give his thoughts on whether or not the ground is flat or not. Because we're not sure. We're not sure, JM. Some people say the hills aren't real. You know what I mean? So I don't know. If hills are made up, then what have I drawn in pictures? Yeah, answer me that. Next you'll be telling me that dinosaurs and dragons aren't real and unicorns and, you know, come on. If I can imagine it, then maybe it's a thing. I'm not sure. Rocket Dan, evening mate, I've got a logical mind. The whole flat earth thing boggles my mind. I mean, yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Like, because it can't be flat because there's bumpy terrain. Even on the very least, bumpy terrain. Like, Curbs aren't flat, are they? No, there's already a decline. So, you know what I mean? Don't go telling me that this is all completely flat. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. See, JM definitely thinks mountains are real. Definitely. And he's seen them. He's seen them and everything with his very eyes. Nitru in with a follow. Here we go. Appreciate you, Nitru. It's a very spiky country. It is a very spiky country. The Swiss, isn't it? The Swiss Alps. It's on the Toblerone, so it must be real. Oh, it's all coming together now, isn't it? Just when we thought we had it figured out. Have I had a chicken gyros yet? Not on stream, I must admit. I mean, let's be honest. I'm always partial to a gyros. A big fan. Evening, Nitro. Watch the last few episodes of the podcast with RDF. Love it. Oh, mate, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you for the content as well. No, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Like, we love doing it. We love it. Love putting that show together. I'll give you a spoiler. We've already recorded next week's, and it was a belter. Absolute belter. And, yeah, like, I keep saying this, that I think we've found our form. And I think we know what we're doing now, and we've got our vibe. And then we go and record something else, and it's different again. Like, I guess it's kind of obvious, really, but like the more you do something, the more you start to understand what it is, and the more you get to have the vibe and the level, and like you and your colleagues are all on the same page. And I think we are definitely getting with that now. Like, there's kind of this. I know how far I can push Steve. and also, I think Aaron's now going like, yeah, but how I can say things as well. And it's just really fun. It's just really, really fun. I think we're getting there between the three of us. Chemistry, as you say, the chemistry is definitely part of that. I think we're all so much more relaxed with each other now. I think for me, it was interesting doing the live record because I had to convince them that it was a good idea, because obviously previously we'd recorded everything in sections, and Steve is so particular when it comes to production and scripting, and he's great at that, and like that's what he's there for. Like, he properly brings that air of professionalism to all of us in there, and without Steve the show would just be carnage. Like, imagine me and Aaron trying to run that podcast on our own. It just wouldn't work. Like, obviously we do that on Patreon, you know, so we get to be a bit more silly and stuff, but to do an actual proper produced podcast is great. But I think like Steve was obviously going, oh god, like Tony's a comic, like what will he say like straight away, like without being like told he can't say it. Ian J. Alexander, by the way, nice to have you in. Appreciate the follow. And I think we've actually come into the situation now where like we have that trust element in there, that we know that it's going to work. It's going to be funny. It's going to be good. It's going to be entertaining, and we've got the message ultimately throughout the whole show that we obviously want to be working towards getting the best show that we can, and I certainly feel like every episode is better than the last one, and that's what you want, isn't it? Really, you want the previous show to be better than the last one. So yeah, very very happy indeed. Joga Benito says a gyro or souvlaki, but definitely halloumi on the grill. Oh, I do love a halloumi. I do love a grilled halloumi. Like, part of the reason we picked Greece was because their food's pretty good. Let's not beat around the bush here. Yeah. Tony, why did you pick this? Why did you pick this nation? Oh, just because they've got some decent dishes to eat. Cracking. So cup football time, everybody. Cup football time. We face Nestos. So fingers crossed for a decent start. Obviously, last season we got knocked out of the cup in the first stage by a team who ultimately got relegated. So no pressure there, Greece. No pressure there. Aspiensen in making his debut. Kunteritis back to Dieng. Lovely ball down the line. Delijanidis inside. Aspiensen drops that shoulder. Glides back in there. Liavas. I should give one of them the number 15. I promise it's lucky, says Kazbula. Ooh, okay. 15's the lucky number, is it? Talk me through your process through there. Evening Leroy, welcome in. There's that VPN up at the top there. Explain the 15 theory. I'm into numerology, to be honest. So if you've got any links with that, then that'll be great. If 15 becomes the number, then let's do that number. Ball's played through. Super Mario's in. Pulls it back. Doumbia. Doumbia, my lord. 5 minutes in. We've already started. 15's been your lucky number. Okay, so Kazubla will work out who the number 15 is. Now, Kruger in with the manscaped. I mean, you know what? Now's the time to do it. Christmas is coming. Get yourself or someone hairy in your life the gift of grooming. It's Kazoo Blur, if that helps. I mean, it helps. It helps in the fact that that's how you pronounce your name. But I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll probably get about 12 minutes further down the line and I'll forget again. I'll try. Kazoo Blur sort of makes a bit more sense. I mean, thankfully, managing in Greece, I'm not really up against it when it comes to pronunciations of names. So Greek names tend to be fairly straightforward. Super Mario. Second yellow cards called you worse. God, if second yellow cards called you worse, my word. Sandpiper's in with a follow. Appreciate that, Sandpiper. Emaran with the ball at the top, and Mario with their header makes it 2-0. Before I delegate to the tech director, does anyone use one? Effectively, last time I used one, let good staff go and sign shite. Yeah, we need to get... Have I got a technical director? I don't know if I have or not. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure I know what one is. Aspiensen with a great effort there. Even in Black Dragon. How are we, pal? I dread to think what Alice would call Kazubla. I think we can all imply that there's going to be a word put in the middle of whatever that name is, right? Potentially dangerous. I think there might be. Super Mario, Doumbia, Kunteritis. Unless they are names like Peklivanidis. Thing is, if I'm saying this during highlights, then the highlight's over by the time it's even done, innit? Devil Always, by the way, I saw you earlier on, by the way. Building Great Nation Greece is lovely. We're having a great time, thank you. And the Arsenal, how was the gig on Wednesday? You know what? Wednesday gig was fun. It was really fun. I didn't stream last night. I was going to, because obviously we didn't get to stream on Wednesday night. But what it was it was a little bit further away than I remember it being. So it was like 2 and a bit hours or whatever. And so I picked the kids up from school. Actually, let's rewind even further. So Tuesday night we streamed, because I knew, of course, I was gigging Wednesday. Tuesday night streamed. Littlest Jameson got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Evening, Nashy, by the way. How are you, pal? Nice to have you in. So Littlest Jameson gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going like, I'm hungry. I'm like, mate, you didn't eat your tea last night. That's why you're hungry. Go back to sleep. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. And he comes back with, no, I'm going to watch my iPad. I was like, right, fine, watch your iPad. I'm going to sleep. And he's now in bed trying to watch iPads. And then at 5 o'clock, he starts booting Mrs. J in the leg. And he's like, breakfast. And Mrs. J's like, nah, not breakfast. And he's like, breakfast. And I was like, look, I've got work to do. I've got to go to work during the day, and I've got to go and drive on the evening. So I was like, look, I'm going to go down and sleep on the sofa, get an extra couple of hours on the sofa. Mrs. J's working from home, so I went and did that. And then they get up, kids get up, have breakfast, work's done, pick the kids up from school, drop them back off. Then it's like 2 and a bit hours down to this gig in a place called Woodall Spa, which is sort of outside Lincolnshire, Grantham area. And it's not like an easy way to get to. So it's like the A1 and then the M1, and then it's like off onto like sort of single carriageways and little shonky lanes and stuff. Aspienza with a great header out. Kunteritis is on the break, and got there. And like, I was the youngest person in the room. Like, the youngest person in the audience was 40 actually. So yeah, maybe I wasn't the youngest person in the room, but which is great, to be honest, for my style of stuff. I don't want a younger crowd. I'd like an older crowd, and because I'm sort of coming back into it, it was just handy to sort of like work out my timings and like work out what sort of stuff I want to go with, and not sort of be tied to a particular set that I had in mind. And the lineup itself was great, like really, really good bill. So you had like Jack Gledo, he's been on Britain's Got Talent. You had me, you had Martin Moore. I think he's done like sort of, he's been like going for God knows how many years. And then Alex Boardman, who was closing, who again is just like superb, proper good like comedy lineup. They were spoiled actually that night in Woodall. Genuine. That's a weekend bill in Woodall. And went down, tried some bits and bobs out, tried sort of different orders and stuff. That was all fine. Paid in cash, actual cash. Normally it's backs, but cash gig. Got back in the car, drove back up, and it was just a long arse drive back home. Like, it felt long, and because I've not been doing comedy as much over the last like sort of 3 or 4 years, I forgot just how tiring driving back home at night is in the dark. All the lights are like obviously dimmed down a bit now. They're not as bright as they used to be. So with roadworks and stuff, I'm sure there was moments where I was just like, I'm not entirely sure I can see where I'm going here. Like, I'm sure I could, but it just didn't quite feel as comfortable a drive back as I was maybe used to. And then of course it's just one of those things where it was all worth it. It was all worth it, to be honest. And yesterday I was like, should I get on stream last night? But after me and Aaron recorded the Patreon special, we were just like, yeah, you know what? I think I'll start editing it. Start editing the season 1 Larisa video as well, and had a relatively early night. I think, well, I say early night. I was in bed by midnight possibly. So yeah, we didn't do a stream last night. So of course tonight. I feel like I've missed so much, but I've not. It's been like a couple of days. And then yeah, in terms of gigs for next year, we'll try to put a few more in there. So maybe a bit more regular. We'll see. Hopefully it won't impact the stream schedule too much. Of course, we'll have to sort of bounce back and forwards about it. But it's just nice to be back in that consideration. Up the win, says JLR. Exactly. 3-1. Let's hit that. We're through into the next round of the Cup. Super Mario's out for 6 days. Emeran's done pretty decent on his debut. So, fine. Super Mario picks up a knock, which is worrying. We'll probably bring in Christopoulos instead. When's our next game? It's 2 days' time. Is that the league? It is the league. The league kicks off against AK, who we've just beaten 4-0 in a friendly, by the way. So I'm not necessarily expecting us to do another 4-0 win, but we'll let's at least go in there with a bit of confidence, right? Shall we? Mithum, did you notice lots of missed penalties in this year's game? Seems to happen a lot. Not massively, I must admit. I think we tend to score quite a lot of ours. Certainly in my Blythe Spartans save, I'm scoring an awful lot of penalties. An awful lot of penalties. What's happening to the start? I mean, that's just pre-season, JLR. Don't worry. Let's not get ourselves too excited at this just yet. But it is interesting that it's taken us 5 games to concede a goal. That is interesting. So we'll see. We're expected. We are. I saw 13th and got concerned. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I thought you were like going. Hang on. We've won all these games. What's the problem there? Yeah. No. We're literally. This is our first match of the season. Record a top half finish. That's interesting because the board said top 3. We've got Generation Foot to thank, I reckon. We have 100%. What was mentioned, by the way, by Generation Foot earlier? I saw a comment there. Can't believe a Generation Foot double joker hit we've made during the transfer can maybe turn us to Build a Nation Africa. I'm open for that. I'm open for it. If it looks like Greece isn't working, let's go cue the worst start in the club's history. We've peaked too soon. I know. It's all downhill from here. We've all seen this movie before, right? It's like he was far too confident. Let's put Petralis in for Asbjørnsen. And let's put Autumn in for Demirchan as well. Why is that not? Why is that not registered? Where's Stopulus? Where's chats? There we go. Let's pull these guys in so they can actually play, shall we? There we go. So presumably they can't play now because they've obviously been registered for the under-19s. So right. Let's go. Go. How's the season going, says Rumney. We are about to start, Rumney, so strap yourself in. This is when we find out. He who shall not be named has applied to be our new assistant at Ren. I mean that's an easy one as you go through the CVs there, isn't it? Going, I'm really sorry, but you didn't meet the basic criteria. Chat's in for chat. Let's get it. Let's go then. Come on, league season starts. Season 3. Larisa, the Crimson Horses against AK in their yellow kit. I say AK because I'm still not entirely sure how I pronounce the name. It's like a Cheeky Bailey's. It is a Cheeky Bailey's, Kem. It is indeed. I might have to get another one in a second, actually. Is that or a hot toddy? We were supposed to be playing house tunes, but you're right. It's gone a little bit. It's gone a little bit sax, hasn't it? Should we go techno and trance? Or in fact, you know what? Let's go back. Let's go disco, shall we? I like the fact I've just like given up on the game straight away. Like first league game of the season, I'm like, oh, should we change the should we change the music? There you go. Let's go, Crimson Horses. Sax solo and you on the booze. I'm worried you'll be shirtless by midnight. Come on. And Ninisi card. Oh, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, Jogo Benito. Like I've had a glass of Bailey's. Come on, this is not a thing. Ottoman with the corner. Got ourselves set up for the inevitable goal that's gonna come. Kunteritis puts it in. Doumbia picks it up. Apostolakis. Doumbia. Oof. Offside. I tried. No, I appreciate you, Jogo Benito. I appreciate you. And it also, what you've realised the patience that my wife and everyone who loves me has to go with when they're trying to get me to do things. Going, we've made it really simple for him. Penalty! Here's where it now proves that we do miss penalties, isn't it? Ottoman rolls his socks up. The captain leads by example. He was going to leave last year. He decided, you know what? No, one more year. One more year, he said. And he starts 25 minutes into the game. He shows his manscaped balls. That he doesn't show his manscaped balls to the crowd. He'll get himself a yellow card for that. But he shows why he's got the armband. He shows why he's important to us. Petralis again. Here we go. Evening BSDS. Welcome in. Hope you're good. 2-0. Let's go the Monsters. Petralis, again, a man who earned that contract renewal in the summer. Lovely back heel from Ottoman. Petralis through the bodies. Oh. Call it now. Just call it. Call it. Yellow card with the least of his problem. He'd be on the register. Got Zimanidis. Inside. Ottoman. Liavas. Petralis. Check VAR, shall we? Kunteritis, what a ball. Doumbia pulls it back. Ottoman. Oh, we're toying with them at this point. We're going to lose 4-2, aren't we? We're going to lose 4-2. We know how this one works. Kunteritis. Tackled. Playing liquid football. I know, Lama, but I'm concerned that that everyone else is on the Baileys as well. Evening quarantine cyclist, welcome in, pal. Hope you're good. This is stunning from the Crimson Horses at this point. 45 minutes worth of absolute top quality football, and that's just playing on a balanced mentality. The first thing we've done in the second half, give the ball away, but won it back though. Very clever. What I noticed, Lama, and I'm not entirely, I don't know if you were here the other night, but what I noticed, in fact, you were, yeah, because we were trying to talk it through, weren't we? We've switched the ball winning midfielder and the CM around. You behind my head, you can't really see it, but we switched the focus of the team, and we're trying to work out whether or not the player that was being exposed would benefit from players being in another position. What a strike that is! Jesus, pick that one out. Where's this come from? This is like, look at this, AKB versus Olympiakos B. Grozidis, just get a foot on him, Apostolakis. Fair play, mate. Marcus Johnny's not going to do anything about that, is he? It's a hell of a strike. So Liavas is now starting to tire a little bit. Petralis picks it up. Whips it in. Ottoman challenging at the back post. Back to Apostolakis. Back to Ottoman. Loads of space. Oh, wrong option. Liavas, Apostolakis, Liavas, Petralis, Delijanidis cuts back inside off the underside of the bar. Liavas. Oof. Maybe ask a lot about this. What team do we support? I'm a Sunderland fan, Kazu. What about yourself? Who's your team? Dieng, Gotzamanidis, Apostolarkis, Liavas. Great ball through Doumbia. Ottoman. Ooh. Decent effort. Liavas is on a yellow card, and he's picked up a bit. He's tiring a bit as well. Maybe it's worth Petralis dropping back. Let's have a look at App Jensen. I don't want to bring Faye on just yet because, of course, he had a knock. Dieng starting to tire as well, so might have to look at him coming on. United fans, sadly. I tell you, there used to be a day when Man United fans were proud of the fact of Man United fans. Not anymore. Not anymore. Doumbia goes forward. Defenders getting nowhere near him. Get in. 3-1. That's what we want to see from Doumbia, innit? Picks the ball up deep, runs at the defenders. Defenders just got nowhere near him. Look at that. Just brushes him off as if he's not even there. For Brighton, so you have to follow them. Oh, mate. Joga Bonito, my favourite football team, is AK. Might have to disappoint them when Tony gets promoted. Hey, the AK is a good side. They've got a good setup. They, they do things nicely. They're good. A good footballing team with a good ethos. So I'm all right for that. Don't get me wrong. I'm all right for that. Fi, come on, Fi can. But you know what? Let's keep Fi off. The fans don't need to see Fi just yet. Yeah. Let's maybe put Ninikas on, actually. He's not. So brought Delajanidis off. Actually, yeah. Let's just do that. Let's bring Delajanidis off. We've got AK and Pains. Well, we've got them in our sights at some point. We're gonna have to try and overtake AK. So, I'm sure we'll get on fine up until that point. Aspiensen. At one point, they might want us to be their feeder club. Ottoman, Apostolarkis, ball's in, nodded out. Aspiensen picks it up, loses it, wins it back though. You're not taking the ball off him, are you? Ottoman. Oh, there we go. What a start to the season that is. 4-1. We've still got 10 minutes left, so we're still maybe on for a draw. Game's too easy, says Dino. Dean, come and ask us in 3 games' time. See if that's still the situation. Is the Brazilian wonder, is the Bayern Munich wonder kid working? Yes, he has. He's just come on as a substitute. There he is, there on the ball, driving forward. There's Erichan, who's the other Bayern Munich player behind him. Gives the ball away, sadly. That's fine. Shoot for a distance. Win after win. I lost 2 transfers, Demircan and Jensen. Where did they come from? We brought them in on loan from Bayern Munich 2, Black Dragon. We brought them in on loan at the back end of, I want to say Tuesday's stream, possibly. Jensen plays central midfield and Erichan plays out wide. To be honest, both of them have been brought in on loan, so we're pretty happy with those, to be honest. No chance to any Greek clubs after aspiration from Olympiacos to win a title. Yes, Marinakis becoming Nottingham Forest owner is a blessing in disguise. Paying less attention to Olympiacos and dropping shocking bottles. I mean, again, we will hopefully be the dominant force. That's what we have to be doing. You know what I mean? What was the best Sunderland match you've been to? For me, was Quinny's testimonial. That's pretty good, actually. That's a really, really good one. That's a good one. What's the best Sunderland match you've been to? That's an interesting question, to be honest, because I'm not sure, actually. Because obviously there's games that stand out more than others for good reasons and bad reasons, obviously. I remember going to the playoff final for for the game against Charlton, which wasn't particularly fun. It's a long way to go to Wembley to watch a team lose on penalties. The game itself, as an objective viewer, the game itself was fantastic, 4-4. And penalties are always great to watch. So in terms of it being an objective experience, yes, that was very good. As a fan, no, absolute crock of horse shit. Jensen's out for 4 months. There we go. So that's how our Danish wonder kid is doing from Bayern Munich. Brilliant. It's a good job we're not paying his wages, right? So, you remember the 3-2 win against Burnley? Carlos Edwards scored the wonder goal. Yes. I remember the I think maybe like the Chelsea game when like Kevin Phillips scored that absolute worldie. So I saw lots of games in the early 2000s, watching that there, and thoroughly enjoying all that. But like I saw like, loads of games at Roker Park as well, which again, completely different experience to what you get these days, or like even in the early Premier League years. Like the Roker Park memories will always live on, as I think they do for any football fan who's seen a shift between grounds. I think it's always interesting to sort of like if you've had the experience of a ground move, then it's odd. Like Nige, obviously your city, so you know about that from Main Road to to where you are now. It's different, isn't it? It's different. 3 multi-week injuries in 1 recovery training session, says Monaret. Oh dear, what happened there? I guess like Leicester as well with the Filbert Street and King Power. Best match I've ever been to, says Quarantine Cyclist. Cyprus versus Wales away in 2015. Sounds small for I practically confirmed our first qualification for a major tournament in 50 years. Especially on holiday when we nailed down qualification. The only time I've been in the bus convoy surrounded by police. I mean, that's pretty fun. Leaving the Bootham Kit Kat Crescent as a York boy was sad. Yeah. It is difficult, isn't it? That is difficult. And I don't think, unless you've gone through it, I don't think you understand what it means to like when that football stadium is no longer there. And like, we don't live too far from Bootham Crescent, what would have been Bootham Crescent as well. So, we are in that situation. Like, yourself being a child, like, you drive past it and you're like, there used to be a football stadium here. Like, Roker Park's really difficult because there's loads of like weird emotions with that. That's like sort of where I was as a kid. First ever football experience was on the terraces of the Fulwell End, and growing up, it was an interesting experience because like my home life wasn't particularly brilliant. Parents divorced when I was really, really young, and I didn't really get on with my original sort of like birth father, I suppose we'll call him, or like sort of original male guardian. So Sunderland was quite a bittersweet to us in that sense. Some of those memories are a bit sort of like tainted. But I remember like the sounds, I remember the smells, I remember the sort of the weather a lot. So the actual games themselves, maybe I can't really sort of like 100% piece bits and pieces together. Like I remember being there when Bergkamp scored that goal that you always see all the time in the sort of like compilations when he brings the ball down, he turns, then like pings it up in the top corner. When he's at Arsenal wearing that like yellow away shirt, I was there for that. And then I remember seeing Stan Collymore play. It's weird like what memories stand out for you. I remember seeing Stan Collymore play for Southend, and he was getting like a bit of grief from the fans. I think he scored a hat-trick or something that day. And then loads of like sort of Anglo-Italian Cup games as well. And it's bizarre. You go to the proper matches and you remember the weird ones, like these sort of like games against like Pescara and stuff like that. But I never went to derby games when I was younger. I was like, nah, I'm not fussed about that. But watching some of the football down there and like some of the games you saw was just awesome experience. And then like going back into the stadium, like it was like really interesting because again, like as strange as it probably is to say now, like my grandparents used to live across the road from the Stadium of Light before they passed away. So even going back into the Stadium of Light now, however many years on, like, I know that I can no longer park in that street. Like, but I could have back in the day. Like, could have been, oh yeah, park on the street. That's like, nice and easy, and away we go. Whereas now I'm like, no, you know what? No, I can't do that. That's not where I can park. That's not my spot anymore. So yeah. So it's just strange. It's just strange sort of like experience with sort of like remembering various bits and bobs with football growing up, and then obviously spending so long as well being a Villa fan, not necessarily being involved so much with Sunderland. There's that as well. So I'd go to Villa games at Sunderland. I go to Sunderland games at Villa. I remember going to the Villa Newcastle match where Newcastle got relegated. So I was there for that. But yeah, it's just football at the end of the day. I think the best memory I've had from football so far was taking the littlest one to York City this year. Like, I think that's been brilliant, to be honest, because he wasn't massively fussed about going in the first place. He only went because littlest Jameson was at a birthday party at the gym, which is at the football stadium now. And I was like, look, traffic's shit. We're not driving back home to come back out because the football stadium's in a sort of industrial estate, retail park. I was like, look, just come to the game. You've got your iPad. We'll sit and we'll watch. It was like the third, fourth qualifying round, like second qualifying round or something of the FA Cup against Needham Town. It was cold. He didn't have his coat on. I didn't have my coat on. But he had a big bag of jelly sweets, which he ate really, really quickly. And he was fine. He loved it. He was like, look, that's cool. It was 0-0. It was a horrible game to watch. But for me, that was the memory that I'll take out of football at the minute. I've been going, that was the first time I took him to a football stadium. And he now experiences that. He now understands what a football sounds like when you kick it in a stadium like that. You can, notice how close to the players you are, the sounds and that. So yeah, whether he remembers or not, I don't know. I think he was playing Pokemon at the time, so we shall see. Nice story about the York game. Yeah, I think so, Dean. I think so. Like, I mean, he's pretty good as well, because we've not really introduced him to football in the house. Like, because I don't, obviously, as you all know, with my views on the modern game, particularly the elite level, particularly, like, I don't really want to have that conversation with him by going, you can't have that sort of football shirt, you can't support that sort of football team, you can't have that player on the back of your top. But he's going to end up with all that because obviously his mates at school are going to be into it. But we asked him, me and Mrs. J, and went, look, what football shirt would you want? And he was like, I want a red football t-shirt. And I was like, all right, okay. I was like, well, York City wear red. And he was like, yeah, I'll have a red York City football t-shirt then, please. And because that's where I'm from, so I support York City. I was like, cool, that works for me. Like, give him that. You can have a lifetime's worth of disappointment. So yeah, if we can not force, but if we can keep him into that thing, then that'll be cool. How'd York get on tonight? I don't know, actually. That's the thing. I need to keep my eyes peeled, because again, like, I mean, I say I'm, you all know I don't really watch much football regardless of which team or someone I say I support, so I'm not sure. I know this, so they Shane picked a National League club with League One prices. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? How does someone start supporting Villa, end up supporting Sunderland? You're supposed to pick a better alternative club. So my original club, Joga Bonito, when I was born, as you tend to be, you're given the football team of one of your parents. Then that's the situation. So I was born into Sunderland, and therefore that was my first experiences. But given the fact that obviously everything that went on when I was younger, Sad Yankees fan, welcome in, pal. Nice to have you in. Appreciate the follow there. So because of all that, I was like, I don't know if it was just part of the whole like try and be different and focus on something else. So that's why I picked Villa, and that was fine. That was all right. And then eventually I was just like, I gave up on Villa with various issues. And then, I was like, well, I need to go back to somewhere, and figured that Sunderland was the easiest one to go back to. So it's the only club that's ever really had any feeling for me, Then, of course, all the thing with Newcastle happening, I'm just like, oh, God, yeah, you know what? There's the anger building up inside, going, yeah, that's because I'm still Sunderland. That's why. Like, but yeah, define better as well. Like, I think I loved it when Sunderland were in League One. I thought it was brilliant. Championship, I love as well. So, I'm also trying to ignore the fact we're 1-0 down. Panios is in the league. They are indeed. And for some reason, we've decided to let them take the lead. How quickly the excitement from the first match, 1-4-1, that's quickly been eliminated, hasn't it? You know what I mean? Can't be losing to a team with that colour scheme. That's exactly what it's about. It's exactly what it's about. Blue top, red shirts. It's just not smart, is it? Do it properly or don't do it at all. So Doombia's on the bench. So Doumbia might come on. Fire might come on as well. Bring Jean on for Delijanidis. So Jean picks the ball up there. First thing he's got to do, Petralis. Inside. Ottoman's not really set up to play out wide, is he? Super Mario picks it up. Kunteritis in for Ottoman. Oh, come on. How have you disallowed that? That's not fair, surely. Surely. Ottoman. Back inside. There's another penalty. There's another one. 2 games, 2 penalties. Bottom corner, please, Mario. Get in. 1-1. I was dragged to a Rangers-Everton pre-season game. My overriding memory is the Everton fans shouting, "You're the third world country to the Scots." Yeah, that's not pleasant, is it? That's not pleasant. I think I've been quite fortunate, though, in the fact that I'll sit and watch most football. Like, I'll watch anything that's on. Because I'm not... Like, I'll just sort of take in the game itself. Having family up in Scotland was handy when, obviously, like, St Mirren games and Kilmarnock and Celtic. Things like that. Right, Super Mario for Doumbia. And Phi for Petralis. Demochan. Ball's played in. Liavas! Oh, what a strike that is. Pick that one out. Unbelievable. This is why... Just to think, we played this lad at centre-half last season. What a strike. Bang. Keeper's not getting anywhere near that. Like, nah, that's gonna break your hand, pal, if you get anywhere near that. Ottoman's free kick up over the top. That's a turnaround, isn't it? That's what we were hoping for. Doumbia. Ottoman into no man's land. Cleared. Kunteritis. Diang. Jean. Ottoman. Oh. Over the top. No, he can't play up top, actually. I thought he could. Took a school trip to see Cardiff versus Leeds at the old Ninian Park. Oh God, that's not a fun day out, is it? See, that's up there with like the Sunderland Cardiff rivalry. It just feels like a really horrible one. You know? And that's the thing, like some of football, it's just like all that side of it, you're like, oh, it's just rubbish, isn't it? Salu gives the ball away. Oh, come on, we're not going to concede off the back of this. Oh, that wouldn't be ideal. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Damn it. So Saliu gives the ball away, and then we concede all the way down the other end of the pitch. Keeper comes, gets it. Does he have to come for it? Possibly. Possibly. Kunteritos. Jean. Oh no. Zigueros. Jean intercepted again. Good. Ottoman. Kunteritos. Here's Liavas. Ottoman. Demishan. Demishan pulls it back. It's fallen down to Jean. Deflected out for a corner. Let's go positive, actually. Kunteritos floated in. Oh, hang on. How's he saved that? How's he saved that? Matty C, I remember taking my dad taking me to a local game and saying, listen to how they communicate with each other. Not the best idea. I learned some new words that day. Yeah, it's eye-opening, isn't it? Also as well, right? Also as well, why is it we're in 2023, about to get into 2024. Why is it we still live in an age where home fans insist on making noises when a goalkeeper takes a goal kick? Oh, your shit. Like that's really? Is that still a thing? Come on. That just feels like really shit banter, you know what I mean? Even a Brazilian Fury, how are you, pal? Nice to see you. Greece is good. Greece is all right, mate. We're doing fine. We are slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Heard of Fulham. I mean, it's depressing, isn't it? You know, Wigan, we're doing it at Stockdale tonight. It's just, I just don't get it. Do you know what I mean? I just don't get it. This is going to be 3-2. This is going to be 3-2. You can sense it, can't you? Greece is good is practically the American mantra for cooking. I thought when the Aberdeen fans last night took a new approach to throwing snowballs at the home goalkeeper, that was pretty fun, to be honest, World, wasn't it? Like, I saw that. That was pretty cool. Much better than the Levski Sofia fans at Villa, by the way. So how are you, Wald? Anyway, I hope you're good, man. Nice to see you. Hope you're good. I'll stick up for it as they're doing the after, which is fun. Really? Oh, okay. Okay. I just find it an interesting one, that's all. Isn't football fans in general? Yeah, I mean, I find it difficult here, right? Okay. I find it difficult because who was it? Sorry, who was it? Was it not Levski Sofia? Someone else? Who? Legia Warsaw. Legia Warsaw. Apologies. Levski Sofia fans, brilliant. Legia Warsaw fans, not so much. I also haven't fully read into it, but from what I did see, I was like, oh yeah, it doesn't look pleasant. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah. Like, I hate to have to say this, right? But as a comedian, I find it really difficult. And my mates do this, okay? My mates do it. And they text me shit that they find hilarious. And I've got to look at it. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I don't really find... And maybe it's me. I'm just looking at it going, I don't see the joke in this. But they're having a lovely time with it. And of course, I have to sit there and go, okay, good. And then it gets their back up a little bit. So, not really great, is it? Accurate Tramp, love watching live football. The thing that baffles me is when your team scores, supporters find it unnecessary to turn to the opposition supporters, swear at them and abuse them. Why can't you celebrate your own team's goal? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Celebrate it for yourself rather than sort of going against the opposition. But it's because football's tribal, though, isn't it? That's the thing. Football's tribal, and it's not about yourself. It's about let's do all this. That shows just how good we are against them, and it's not that at all, is it? It's not. I saw an interesting thing that came up on. I mean, look, rugby fans are still arseholes as well, yeah, and so are cricket fans. I think it's a human being thing. I think it's a human being and sports thing. Like, the second human beings start talking about sports, they turn into arseholes because it is tribal. It's that thing of going like, all sense of reason goes out of any human being's head the second you start putting sports into there, because or like local identity, because it all comes down to identity, doesn't it? Like, you want to be seen to identify as a supporter of this team, of this nation, or whatever, and therefore you want some element of superiority possibly, or you want to have some sort of enjoyment. Whereas if someone's then trying to sort of say you shouldn't be enjoying things, of course you can hit your back up. Look how many Newcastle fans I've fallen out with, who I've been friends with for years, talking to them about their club and how they've behaved. It's, and then of course when you get the derby games, you get moments like that people then just go like, right, it's town versus town, city versus city, like split cities. You go like, I don't understand that one. Saliu with a goal. I don't understand split city rivalry and how you can hate. I don't understand how you can hate someone anyway, but like, how you hate another member of your same city. Like, yeah, he's a fucking blue. Like, no, that don't make any sense, because like, you're literally the same people. Like, so shut up. Right? Just like calm yourself down. Different. Oh, look at him. He lives in a different street to me. Piss off. Right. If it's a different city, then fair enough. There's just about an argument for it. But even still, it's like, mate, pipe down. Like, yeah, like you live in England or Scotland or Wales or Ireland, and like between us collectively, what the land is like so small. Why don't we just all accept we're all knobheads? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not suggesting that you vote for me as Prime Minister, but I mean, come on, I'm making some fair points here, right? Growing up at least 90 minutes drive away from the next town, it's always harder to get that English type rivalry. It doesn't quite hit the same. Oh, that sounds bliss, Quarantine. That sounds bliss. Could it get any worse than TJ? There's the slogan. Could it be any worse with me in charge? No, I'll make it better. But honestly, like, it can't be any worse. What qualification this man got? None whatsoever in this field. That's what makes him think he'll do a better job. He doesn't think he'll do a better job. He just doesn't think he'll do a worse job. Which means he thinks he'll do a bad job. Get me in. Vote for Tony. It'll be a laugh anyway. Yeah, a vote for me is a vote for anarchy. I'm not unhappy. Yeah, that's the callback to the other night, isn't it? In Aberystwyth, we once had Carmarthen Town fans put a chair through the window of Burger King. Hooliganism was right. Jesus. God, if you're taking down the Burger Kings, you know what I mean? Not my Burger King. Tangents, not policies. That's the one. As long as you don't then end up president of Azerbaijan. I mean, I guess once I've had experience being the Prime Minister of the UK, then Azerbaijan's the next one, right? It's in the middle of a term, just like, fuck it, we're off to Azerbaijan, everyone. It'd be great. I'll be good though, because I won't do any wars. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not ready for that. Just demilitarize everyone and go like, you know what, yeah, we're not bothering. Like, don't need an army. Piss off. Spend all that money on something else. Space. All that money's going to space. Okay? Then probably hospitals and schools after that, but space first. 3-0. Guess that means you won't be running America. I mean, well, you never know. You never know. Who knows? Abolish sparkling water. Damn right. That's gone. Straight away. It's only this Prime Minister who could replace PMQs with an hour of FM community challenge. Narrative over negative. Prime Minister's questions would be class. I'd have a great time in there. Would the right honourable member shut the fuck up, right? Doing my own work here, thank you very much. Where did you learn to write policies? In a helicopter? Wait, I don't know. When can I vote for me? Whenever. I presume it's a bit like Wikipedia. You just write it and someone eventually says it's probably fine. Like, eventually someone will take a Wikipedia page down. I presume it's the same for if you're trying to be voted into a local constituency. Is that the first thing? I have to go local first, don't I? So where do we pick the area? Because I mean, York's pretty much like I don't think they'd find it as... I think they'd take it seriously. And they're not really my target crowd. Please tell me you'd make FM launch day a national holiday. I think it seems fair. I think it seems a reasonable one, doesn't it? I went to Azerbaijan in 2017. We like to visit somewhat broken countries. Next up on our list is probably England. Yeah, perfect. I'd abolish the monarchy. I'd change the national anthem. I would... What now? What do you mean, what now? What do you mean, what now? Mrs. J, we're voting me in as Prime Minister now. I'm taking over politics. The chat made me think it, though. I didn't come up with it on my own. Yeah, I love the fact Mrs. J's finished watching I'm a Celebrity, jumps to this and goes, oh, Jesus. Oh, God, what's he doing? Yeah, I mean, if Hartlepool voted the monkey, and then, yeah, maybe I go there first. Would the connection for FM be better up higher in the plane? I'd probably play offline, I reckon. You know what? If I'm the Prime Minister, I've got Wi-Fi there. I have an exception to the issue with the God save our gracious, because I'm not 100% sure I believe in religion. So I would just put aliens save our gracious Tony, aliens save our Tony, aliens just come and hang out. It's going to be class. Actually, no, you know what? No, national anthem, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. There, done, easy. Because the thing is, if you go in a national tournament, everyone's sitting there going da 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 da. Da, 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 and the anthems are boring and shit, right? And they're stood there and say, la, 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 la. Oh, it's another song about war and things that used to happen in the country. And imagine if the anthem was, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around. That'd be so much better. So much better. Evening, Addy Blades, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Sick Run team as well, in there with a follow also. Pins the Italian anthem, that's always fun. Yeah. I mean, we don't have to. Just we've got Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. That's it. Timeless classic for the ages. Put some respect on the anthem. There is respect on the anthem, classic Katie, but imagine the Italian national anthem sang by Rick Astley. Camandrew with a follow as well, by the way. I would love SAW's theme music as an anthem. Who's SAW? I mean, I'd probably take Shawn Michaels as theme tune, to be honest. But actually, I wouldn't. Monty Python's always looking on the bright side. No. Or so SAW. He's me thinking it's a fucking wrestler. Oh, jeez. The Europa League music. There we go. Hey, we've got clips aplenty tonight. My Twitch feed tonight should just literally be my Twitch feed again, but in clip form. Like, come on. You're letting yourselves down here. It's 4-1. Making his way to the ring, weighing 269 pounds, SAW. Mate, it's pronounced saw. Yeah, whatever. The following contest is a Tony doesn't get the reference match. And it is scheduled for 3 hours, apparently. God. And it is for the UK Premiership. If you're new to the stream, it's like this a lot, and I feel like I should say sorry, but also welcome. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Come and join the Discord, and also follow the FM show as well. It's a podcast I do with RDF Tactics every single Wednesday. It's really, really good. You should watch that, and you should also follow myself and Simadio doing the football shirt social out every single Monday, where we just chat footy shirts, and that's good as well. And also, shave your balls. Go on, shave your balls, shave anything. Shave your balls, shave a cat, shave whatever you can, and save yourself 20% with our friends at Manscaped. I'm in the mood for the Baileys, actually. I've had two. I had two Baileys, so it's not the Baileys. I think I'm just excited, to be honest. You make a wrestling pun about mobile phones, but they'd be a hell of a sell. You could shave a cat. I mean, I probably wouldn't recommend you shave the cat llama, because I don't really know if the blades would work. But and you know, probably a big cat, it would take a while. You'd have to recharge it. So I'm just saying, you probably could. You know, like you bought, like, say for example, llama, you bought a bowl, a cereal bowl to eat your cereal in. You wouldn't necessarily give it to a cat, but a cat could eat out of it as well. So there's multi-uses, really. You know, I remember seeing this story of this guy who broke into someone's house, shaved the cat and left. I mean, look, right, I'm not recommending that we start considering shaving cats, okay? I'm not recommending that at all. All I'm saying is, it was a throwaway remark of, you could use a razor for not just its own intended purpose, but for other purposes as well, to show how versatile it was. Yeah? Once again, I'm the bad guy. Did you use the lawnmower 2.0? Exactly, Mrs. J. If he wants to shave a cat properly, it's the lawnmower 5.0 now. It's got ceramic blade technology and a little light, so you can shave the cat in the dark. And it's waterproof as well, just in case, you know, it goes in the shower. Manscaped getting an angry letter that features the sentence, Tony told me I could shave the cat. It might surprise you to know there's a list of things. I'm going to do a bit behind the curtain here now. There's a list on the ad reads that we do, and I'm incredibly professional on these, by the way, because producer Steve doesn't let me say what I'd like to say on them, obviously. Razda Beer in with a follow, appreciate that, thank you very much. There's a list of things that we're not allowed to say on the ad reads, and you can't use it to shave a cat. It's not one of those things, so it's not written down as I can't say it, so therefore it's open to interpretation. Yeah. I think the issue they would have is if I said you could definitely shave a cat with it, because then they'd be like, well, you can't definitely shave a cat, because what if it gets stuck, right? Someone would sue you going, I tried to shave a cat and it didn't actually work, and you said you could. So I think that's the litigious side of it, more than the actual ethics, I suppose. I'm loving these revelations. What about a sheep? Oh, there's no chance you could shave a sheep with the Manscaped, George. Not at all. You need proper shave. You need the hedge trimmer is what you need. You need the beard trimmer with the attachments. 20 attachments or 20 different beard lengths for that. I wouldn't use the Manscaped. Evening Frozen, love you. Welcome in. Hope you will. Shave your balls, not your cats. Exactly. Sometimes the best advice doesn't have to be said, but in this occasion, it has. Yeah. 92 Styles, in with a prime. Here we go. This is where it's at. Thank you, Styles. Sorry, I stepped away for a second. The ramscaper. Oh, honestly, Katie, now we're shearing sheep. I mean, yeah, you should know better than anybody, Katie, that you can't step away at any point and then come back and be like, right, I'm sure I know what's going on. Like, nah, not at all. Not at all. With Manscaped 5.0s for balls, not pussies. Yeah, I mean, again, maybe. Goatscaped, yes. The cat shaving cat chat won the sub. Oh, 92 Styles. I think you're going to have fun around here. Appreciate you. Fun the picture of the cat incident. It was, of course, in Florida. Yeah, it's going to happen. They love doing daft stuff around there, don't they? There's lots to do in Florida, and it's like going, oh shit, there's an alligator. I think I'll have to shave a cat. That'll be my day. If it's too hot to do anything else, isn't it? Someone told me American Electric toothbrushes have not to be used anally after one company was sued because no one had told them otherwise. It's only American toothbrushes. Because, to be honest, I've been using my British one a lot. Because it does say you can on mine, so there you go. Say the instructions say you can. Posting it in the memes of the Discord. Yeah. Tony with the lawnmower 6.0, just on a goat. Tony trying to shave a Highland cow with an actual lawnmower. Have I turned into groundskeeper Willie by any chance? Just takes a whole new meaning to a deep tissue cleanse. Yes. Oh, Jesus. I might go for another Baileys. They only shave the cat's head, nothing else. I guess after a while, yeah. I mean, if it's just got a skinhead, then like, yeah, everyone's gonna be scared of it, isn't it? That rough ass cat over there. I've been back about 10 minutes. Yeah, Mrs. J, like, you should, again, you of all people should know. Doombia puts the cross in. Super Mario. Confiscate the Baileys. No, don't be so silly. This is the good stuff. This is the Friday night streams. We've already talked about. Oh, do I tell you this? No, I'm not telling you. I'm gonna keep it a secret because I can. Honestly, I definitely can. Not a single football reference, classic James. We did do some football references, Mrs. J. I had childhood revelations earlier. I think at that point that's probably when I went, you know what? I think this is getting a little bit too real now. So I'd probably best to stick what I do best and talk about shaving cats. So we had a section about feelings, and then I sort of went, I need to do something stupid now. You know, is that the Aldi knockoff Baileys? It is. It's great, isn't it? Just 'tis the season, right? You're allowed to drink all the time when it's December, surely. They put antifreeze in. Well, that means that it'll be good for my gut in the cold, right? So, a bottle of night at the minute, I hope so. Hey, not quite a bottle of night, Mr. J. Thank you. It's been a whirlwind. Thank you, love it. This has been I think this. You're right. Normally, it's not quite as wild as this, is it? We normally sort of like ease ourselves into it. This tonight, I was been like, whoa, let's do that. And we argued that the world's not flat as well, Mrs. J, because there's hills, and well, we were unsure at first whether there was hills or not, but we decided there probably is hills. So yeah, just classic, to be honest. Out as an alcoholic on stream, yeah. To be fair, I've questioned it before, George. Oh, thanks, Mr. J. The brakes on the stream have gone. I don't think the brakes were ever on. Right. Oh, there's not much left in that bottle at all, is there? Well. Chin chin, everybody. Elumutastic. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow. He's not an alcoholic. He's a drinking enthusiast. Exactly. A consummate professional. Thank you very much. This has been a production of TJ's Tangents. What a miss that is by Doombia. I should put that, like when we have the closing screen and we do the raid, I should put at the end going, you've been watching. This has been a production of TJ's Tangents. Oh, Jesus. This Mrs. J advocating drinking. Mrs. J's on the other bottle. She needs to be like, well, if that's how he's going to do it, then I'll do the same. Oh, I've got to say, we're out tomorrow night, me and Mrs. J. We are, definitely. We're going out. We're gonna have a meal out. Oh, it feels like so long since we've done that. We had we won't be out unfortunately, Nomadic. So we got some vouchers from my mum and from my parents to go out for some meals for our Christmas present last year. And obviously we've not been able to organise a time to do that. So the vouchers are pretty much expired, and we've got to the point where it's like, right, we have to get these vouchers used right now. So tomorrow we're going out for a meal at what we thought was a vegan restaurant, but it's been like massive, it's like highly rated in town. And it's in the Michelin recommends, so we thought, right, we'll get ourselves booked in there. And the menu looks class, so really, really excited about that. And then we've got some vouchers for a Polish breakfast place. So we're going to go and take the kids to that on either this weekend or next weekend. And we're also then taking the kids out to a restaurant that's now become an Italian restaurant. So it wasn't an Italian restaurant when we booked the vouchers, but it was a bistro before, but now it's an Italian restaurant. So we're going to take the kids out for tea on next Sunday. So Dubia! Did you give your mother manscaped vouchers in exchange? No, just bought it for me, Dad. I went, there you go, Dad. There you go. But actually, I think my dad could do with a manscaped, to be honest. He's got a very hairy back. Can we stream FM on date night? Yeah, of course you can. Mrs. J takes charge. She's got 100% win ratio as well. She's undefeated. Polish breakfast sounds interesting. Oh, it does. It absolutely does. I think we're both quite impressed by it, to be honest. And I've been asking RDF because his fiance is Polish, so I was like, oh look, what should we go for? What do you recommend? And he's like, oh, make sure you get this, and this. And I'm like, sorted. So yeah, looking forward to that, and the kids can come as well, which is gonna be great. So we'll have fun. We'll have fun with that. So yeah, unfortunately, no stream tomorrow night, unless we get back and a pair of us are bladdered and we're like, yeah, let's go on the internet and say things, which has happened before. It won't. Do you know how to do that without kids? No, because the thing is, Jord, is what will happen is, I believe the plan is that Mrs. J's sister is staying here to look after the kids until we get home. So we can't get too steaming when we come back. And the idea of going out and doing out, I think we'd forget. I think Mrs. J is not a big out drinker anyway. So that wouldn't be high up on her list of things. Although we have apparently got a couple of weddings booked in. It's a penalty. We've got a couple of weddings booked in for next year, and one is in Birmingham, and we apparently, Mrs. J has already said, we are out in the wedding in Birmingham. So she's like, I've already booked the hotel. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Super Mario misses. You're right, we can miss penalties. So yeah, Mrs. J is planning on getting on it in Birmingham. And here's an interesting one. The last time we got on it was at another one of her friends' weddings, because obviously that's the only time we can actually get get out is for weddings, right? We went there. Her friend got married. I got given her child to look after. They looked at me and they went, "Oh, Tony must be sensible. They've met me before, lots. They know I'm not, okay." But they were like, "Oh yeah, like Tony's good with kids and that." I'm like, "No, Tony has kids. That's like just what it is, right?" And then, so I got given this child to look after, and I didn't really think that was too fair, to be honest. So yeah, no kids at the next wedding. Thank you very much. Experienced adult, yeah. I don't. At what point does this look like? Oh, let's leave our most precious person with this guy. I wouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? Not me. Was it a loan or a permanent? Very much a loan. Very much a loan, Nige. Llama checking he's got his vaccinations up to date. Oh, Llama. We could meet. We could meet up with Llama. That'd be perfect. I don't have to go at the wedding. I'm not really needed at the wedding. You know what I mean? Was it a wonder kid? Mrs. J's in the room, so I won't say. But I don't know. Kid's fine. Kid's alright. But I just thought it was a bit of a weird thing to do, especially considering the bride has a sister. Could have given it to them. Or the groom's sister. But no, I just got given to me. They went, yeah, Tony will do it. I'm like, FM Live show in Birmingham. It has been muted, Dan. We have got an offer for Birmingham, actually. I just need to tell the person who wants to book us how much it's going to cost. And that's the bit I feel difficult saying, because I'm like, we'll just sell tickets. Don't give us a fee. But yeah, Birmingham is a possibility. In fact, we've been offered Birmingham. We've been offered Liverpool. I want to do Belfast because there's a cracking room in Belfast, which I really, really like, and I think we do a good show there. And we mentioned it briefly on the Patreon episode. I don't think we fully mentioned it. We haven't mentioned it on next week's episode here. But there is a possibility that we might consider Gibraltar, because we worked out it's really cheap to fly to, and I didn't think it was. We were like, oh shit, it's only that, and that came off the back of Aaron's save. So it's a very weird possibility that we might be like, Gibraltar's a thing, possibly. Avoid the holidays, it works very well. Yeah. So this is the thing, Jordan. I was like, you know what? You would know what to do and where to be, and like, so scout out some venues. If it's a possibility we could do it. If you think we could get some tickets sold and that, let us know, because we've seen flights for like 35 quid, and it cost me 41 quid to get to Nottingham. So I think for me that puts Gibraltar very much in consideration. You know, the rock star and Tony Jameson. Yeah, if you smell what we're all cooking, great. You bring the manscaped, I'll bring the cats. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Llama, the bride would be thrilled if I randomly turned up at the wedding to help drunken Tony shave cats. I think Mrs. J's right, Llama. I think the bride would actually really appreciate your company. She's she's quite chilled out, actually. So yeah, she'd be like, oh, this is Llama. She'd be like, oh, cool, in you come. Ottoman drops the shoulder, pings it over the top, sadly. Have a look at stand-up comedy Gibraltar. I think it's a monthly show. I think I will. Wald's already in Belfast, so that's an idea. Well, we think Black Box Wald. That's what I'm thinking for Belfast. So we did that as the FM Ruin My Life show, and it was such a great space. Lulu Booster finished the 2027 season, finishing 4th. Whereabouts are you, Lulu Booster? I keep forgetting where you are. You're not Larisa, are you? Or are you? Doombia brings you are. That's right. How are you getting on with it then? Where are you? 4th. Is that 4th in League 1? Because I'd take 4th in League 2 in 2027. I'd be going for that. I have a feeling you're 4th in League 1 and putting me to shame. Salut, Jean. I'm doing a slight change of plan where I'm building up Senegal. Ottoman. League 1 battling Olympiacos. Get in. Got Sinamides back to Dieng. Nice. If you're the best man at wedding, your speech could plug Manscaped and the cat shaving services. Oh, yeah. Thankfully, I don't have to do any manscaping, any best man duties, because, yeah, it's just one of those things I don't really think I can't see myself ever having to do that now, so, yeah, I think that moment may have passed. It's real tight at the top of League 1, plenty of European spots, hopefully get some cash into the club. Oof, how have we missed that? Great save. Do I know Kyle Legacy? No. Doombia's corner in. I can have a look up though, Jord. Doombia. Best manscaping duty, did I hear that right? Yes, you did. Yeah. That was a Freudian slip, good you? but something I'm willing to do, to be honest, for my friends. Does some of the hot water stuff is from this month. Oh, okay, cool. I'll check him out. Iraklis will be another good challenge. Iraklis has been the Greek FA's favourite punching bag during their first division. Great. This keeper's incredible. What's he playing at? He's going for it. Missed it. Dieng. Apostolarchus. Salut. Jean. Ball's played back in. Doumbia offside. Kalamata all the way down there in 10th. We're up in 2nd. Loads of possession. Loads of shots. Not quite found a way through yet, though. We're controlling the game so far. Idonis, that's one of the defenders we looked at. We liked him, didn't we? Cleared away. Doumbia brings it away. Ottoman. Doumbia. I think the visitors have got back quickly. Ottoman doesn't quite get past the defender. Oh! Kunteritis. I thought the moment had gone. I genuinely thought the moment had gone. I was like, Ottoman's lost it here. He's lost possession. I was like, that's the moment there. Then I was like, oh, he's going to run at the defender. Then I was like, the cross isn't going to be great. But it is. Kunteritis on the back post. Heads it down. Kalamata. 1-0 down now. 50 minutes played. Oh, Jojo's amazing. Jojo's so good. She's my Scottish comedy bub. She saw me when I first started out, and she was like, yeah, we're going to keep our eyes on you. I was like, okay, cool. And then, like, it turns out that, like, the people that she keeps her eyes on are pretty good. So, yeah, I was welcomed into the fold, essentially. Jojo came to our wedding and got that pissed that she broke a table, and as soon as the table broke, so the staff came over and found Jojo on the floor, and she went, I had a bottle of wine on that table. The staff just went, let's get another bottle of wine. Brought another bottle. There was no wine. But I think at that point, the staff just figured that, hey, what's another bottle of wine to this woman? It's on the 16th. Get her to name drop you. Yeah, definitely. If it's in Liverpool, yeah. She's she often she comes through whenever she's passing through or gigging locally. So, yeah, she's one of our favourites. Is JoJo. I was talking about the comedy show in Gibraltar. Oh, okay. Well, if JoJo's there, then yeah, right. I'm gonna get JoJo to hook me up with the Gibraltar show. Then, right. In fact, you know what? Oh, me and JoJo in Gibraltar. There you go. That will be messy. That will be very, very messy. Doumbia, Jean. Super Mario. Jean. 2-0. Right, Mrs. J, if you're still listening, I'm going to try and go to Gibraltar with JoJo. JoJo's a legend. She is indeed. She is indeed. Genie. John's all right, isn't he, Louis Buster? He's all right. Brazilian complete attacking wing back. We'll take that. A bit of flair down the wing. Oh. Ottoman again. Back post. 2 goals in 5 minutes. Kutaritas with the cross in. I mean, fair play. Can you leave me the chat as I'm not sure you'll come back? Yeah. Like, yeah. You basically get given the chat. You get the stream, Mrs. J. I'll stream from Gibraltar. It'd be great. Ottoman. Rubes is very cool. Appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. Salute from distance. We are cooking now, aren't we, Jogger Benito? Yes, we are. What we now have to do is we have to try and work out rotation of players for tiredness, and that's going to be the problem, because as we sort of agreed, the starting 11's pretty decent. Is the depth there though? Appreciate that, Rubes. We'll take that. We will take that. 3-0. 5 games played. Sold Ortman for 700 grand. Wish I'd kept him. He went to Romania, did nothing. It's still 700 grand. That's decent weight. That's decent money though. In this division. Might have a young goalie to suggest. Might still be cheap. Go for it. Oh God, how am I supposed to spell that? Mata or Maka Tunakis. Mata Tunakis. He is currently at Guchas. Out of contract next season, so that's pretty handy. Let's keep our eyes on him then, shall we? We have had a look at him. Backup goalkeeper, possibly. Supposedly talented Lucy Frederick and Paul Merrick did one in the summer. I've heard of Paul Merrick. One seems to have launched this year. Oh, interesting. Interesting. What I'll do, I'll have a bit of nosy about. See what the deal is. So OFI are interested in Ottoman. Obviously, we've agreed to pay some bonuses, I think, to players to like win the cup and get promoted. So might have promised some bonuses that we might not be able to afford, is where I'm thinking. But that's a board problem to work out, isn't it? You know what I mean? Backup seems fine behind the registration rules. Yeah, get the Greek players in for registrations. We'll be good on that. 5 games in then. Playing the Yanakos now, then Kabeniakos, Olympiakos and AK. Then we're into the 5th round. Hang on. I'm not... Like, I've only had 2 Baileys, right? Okay? That says 3rd round of the cup and then 5th round of the cup, but no 4th round. Yeah? Do we not have to play in the 4th round? Do we get a bye because we did that good in the 3rd round? Genuinely do. Amazing. What a fucking mad cup that is then. I love that. There's literally only one round in the fourth round of the cup. Like, right, okay, I tell you what, out of all the teams, right, just you two. Yeah. Just why? Like, you'd feel so pissed off, wouldn't you? If you were the team that had to play the fourth round. Greece, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's fantastic. But I don't know why. We're playing Ioannakis in the fifth round. You've got a 1 in 8 chance you get picked. Yeah. It's literally like you've drawn the short straw. You now have to compete. Doesn't it seem unfair somehow? Right, Mazaras isn't playing. Well, I'll tell you what, you can recall him then if you want, that's fine. He's not really that good, so we can send him back. Pictures flooded or torched. Yeah, that could be it. That could be the reason. I don't think it is the reason, but it could well be. Currently my 5th season as Wicker manager. As a result stand, I'm the 2nd in the championship. Go on, Rumney. Players and youth contracts aren't eligible to play. And right, so what's the... Oh, I was in a youth contract. Oh, this isn't... Right. Go. Same again, please. We've got green lines on the tactic already. 5 games in, green lines. At home to Ioannakis. This is going to be our cup opponents as well in the future, so let's have a bit of scouting on them, shall we? Derby game, this one possibly, is it? No. Hooligans, maybe. Guarantee it happens a bunch in real life. I mean, yeah, but I can't suggest that that's why there's 13 buys in the cup. Surely, if it was because of hooligans, then they'd go, you know what? We're going to throw you out the competition rather than, hey, right, hooligans, no fourth round for you. Straight to the 5th round. And whoever didn't do hooligans, you've got to play. That's the only rule we can think of. Only rule. That doesn't seem fair somehow, does it? That almost seems like that's almost promoting hooliganism. Yeah? Imagine that, though. Well, look, we can't think of another way to make this fair. Yeah? We just let all the teams that got hooligans not play, and you lot, you've been fined, so you can play football, because that's clearly what you want to do. Right? The other lot, they're not bothered. You're here for the football. You play football. Them, let's give them a week to chill out. They can come back in the 5th round. How's that sound? Odd meeting. Oh, I can hear a child up. Ball's headed in. Saved by Marchesani. Oh no! Own goal. Godson Amidis. What's he thinking? Keeper claims John's cross. That's calmed us down, isn't it? Liavas. Salu plays the ball in there. Costaridas didn't actually go for it. Couldn't read it, sorry. Miko back to the goalkeeper. Let's press as well, actually. Dieng, Jean. Salu. Inside Doumbia. Ottoman. There we go. 2 or 3 years ago, the semi-final was postponed between AK and Olympiacos. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, but they didn't. They didn't postpone the semi-finals and then just give them just go. Oh, you know what? The Perry can go straight to the final, did they? Like a bye means that you skip the round and you go to the next round. Yeah, of course, we certainly aren't promoting football violence at all. We condemn football violence. Again, some things don't need to be said, but sometimes they do. Gives away a free kick. Jean. Is it Jean or Quinteritas? It's Quinteritas, isn't it? Just gone tracking back and went, I'll just kick him up a height, that'll do. Mladenovic. Matijuic. Miko. Good save. Right, what can we change? Right, Quinteritas, I think, can come off now for Demirchan. Liavia 6'4". You know what? Yeah, he's not really playing that great as he put Petralis on. Ianakos is another fallen club. There's a few, isn't there? There's a few in Greece, which is obviously a shame to see that many clubs fall, but it's the way football is, sadly. Football tends to happen like that. Oof. Dieng just missing the header there. I feel as though chasing all over the place is going to be a bad idea for us. So let's take that off. Let's press the keeper better. See if that works instead. Dieng. Saliu. Petralis. Drives forward. Saliu. Doumbia! That's what we want. There we go. We've just got to keep believing, haven't we? Yeah. In the words of Journey. That is Don't Stop Believing. I don't know the Journey song. (2-1) keeps us on top of the table. Kavala, Elopoulou pushing us hard. Demirchan over the top. That's what Mrs. J is saying, because it sounds a lot like we've got a child up coughing around. Oh, hang on. Doumbia! How's he missed that? That should be 3-1. That should be like, the net should have another hole in it. Demirchan holding the ball up there. Doumbia with the corner. Floats in. Dieng heads over the top. Don't Stop Believing. Hold on that feeling. That's the one. Look at this. Ianakis, there was second or third bottom. Went to goal down. Own goal, granted. Jean. Saliu. Ottoman. Petralis. Saliu wins the free kick. Super Mario's fouled. Ottoman. Decent effort, Jean. Cleared up. Super Mario's header. Nearly. It's right. 2-1 up. Make a couple more changes. Bring some fresh legs on. Delijanidis is in for Apostolarkis. Christopoulos is on for Super Mario up top. Get a bit of experience from winning position. Ball's dropped. Hit it. Petralis should have put his foot through it. Ottoman. Saliu. Swear Ottoman must have risen in value. I imagine so. He's certainly playing very, very well. He started the season. Excellent form. Laney 97, by the way. Or Laney, sorry, 97. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. Doumbia. Christopoulos. Not a bad effort. Doumbia picks it up. Ball's out to Demichan. Inside. Keeper goes down early. Jean. Can't get past the defender. Now he's left us exposed. Not like this. Not like this. That'll do. Head it away. We knew, we could see that coming. We could see that coming, couldn't we? Unbelievable. Saliu. Doumbia. Pulls it back. Petralis. Saliu. Gone down. Jean. Timer says 95. This is going to be 2 points dropped, I think, everyone. Yeah. It's not over yet, though. There it is. That's it. That'll be it. Not a match we should have lost. But I mean, look at that. I mean, they had 14 chances. That's not great, I'm afraid. Busiest Baron, welcome in. Jogo Benito, unlucky indeed. I mean, some unhappy faces in that team talk, but look, it's fine. Ultimately, respect the point. We haven't lost. That's the main thing. Yeah? That's what we need to look at. It's not like that meant it was 3-2. Obviously, it's disappointing. Of course it is, but we should have had ourselves. We shouldn't have had to come from a goal down, to be honest. You know? Right, so I'm thinking then we haven't actually registered Chatanozu on the in the game, so might explain why he's not getting in there. Whenever I get tuned out of Craven from Osaka, yeah. we all do, busiest Baron. And you know what? The team's been playing well, and that definitely adds to that Craven and Osaka because we're having a lovely time. Aspiensen's still out for another 3 months, so he's not going to be back anytime soon. Demirchan, let's put him in his place of Contaritos now then. Let's put Petralis in for Faye because, of course, he's not fully fit. And we need another centre-back. Yet again, we need another centre-back. This is always the way, isn't it? It's always the way with us. tell you, one of these days we'll have enough centre backs. Where's our... Did our guy go somewhere else? I bet he did. No, he hasn't. A fringe player. See if we can get him in. Even David Nyholm, welcome in, sir. How are we? Nice to see you, buddy. Hope life's treating you good. Welcome in, Raiders, by the way. How's the stream, David? How's life treating you? D-Boy's in as well, my man. Good to see you. Pass Pro, welcome. Welcome to Greece, by the way, everyone. Welcome to Greece. We are doing a Build a Nation save, and we're in Season 3, and we are currently sat top of Division 2. We've been here for 3 years, sadly. We missed out on promotion in the first season. We finished second. So that wasn't... it was fine. Like, you know, there's only one promotion spot in that division at the time. Then the league changed, and there was 2 promotion spots, and we finished 4th. So, unfortunately, we didn't get promoted. This season, we're expected to win the league, so no pressure at all. Jean with an effort. 12-hour streaming. Wow. Excellent. Epic stream, charity stream into network save. Lovely stuff. What was the charity for, David? And have you still got a link? If you've got a link, you can post a link. You've still got mod privileges, so post the link away. And of course, my chat, if David's doing charity stuff, then have a look at that link. Yeah, well, if you are, of course, brand new and you've come from David, then please, of course, come and hang out in the Discord. Check the FM show as well, podcast with myself, RDF Tactics and producer Steve, and also the Football Shirt Social with myself and Cy Maggio. If you like chatting football shirts, 101 Cornelius, appreciate the follow, very kind pal, thank you very much for that. And if you fancy watching this, we're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so feel free to drop a follow. Jean Dumbia heads over the top, head it down rather than up. I don't know. Decision making sometimes, isn't it? It's just not there. Diang, Petralis, great ball over the top. Super Mario's chasing it. He's not quite got the legs, has it? Charity streams to support a shelter in the city that allows people to come down for Christmas, do some social bond and get dinner. Yeah, mate, that's awesome. Like I say, pop the link in the chat. They don't have a direct link for donations. All right, okay, well, let's create one. Let's do a direct link to David Nyholm's PayPal account. Goal for Ottoman. You're not laughing at RDF. Those mispronunciations like schoolgirls are the best bit. RDF's a great man. There's a couple of this week's pod I've got to edit out because he can't read the script. It's just like he starts reading, he's like, oh no, I meant to read a script. And he's like, just throws him. Ottoman is a sexy man, and he really is. Erichan closed down by Super Mario. Dieng. Petralis. Bit of space he's got there. Inside. Super Mario. Jean. Oof. I mean, Larisa ball. When it's singing, Larisa ball looks lovely, doesn't it? Ottoman. Doumbia. Driven straight into a sea of bodies there. I feel that being only a point clear is a little bit concerning. I know we've dropped 2 draws, is it? Is it 2 or 3 draws we've had in those 7 games? Like, it feels like maybe we shouldn't have. We shouldn't be that close to second place, you know. It's a foul. The ball's lets run on to Jean. He pulls it back. Petralis. Tapped in by Doumbia. 2 draws. That's probably about right. Stiogo Benito, yeah. Doumbia, right place, right time. Jean is getting so much joy down this left-hand side, isn't he? He knows how to find space. And he's not afraid to get to the byline, put his head up, and then just ping the ball either to the back post or cut it back across goal. Great cross back in, Erichan. Yes. There we go. See, now we can sit a little bit easier. There's the link for David Nyholm's charity stream, by the way, everyone. If you can have a little nosy around, and of course we're all times are tough at the minute, but it's for a fantastic cause, and if you can afford to pop a couple of quid in or whatever currency you have, then I'm sure David would be much appreciative of that. So yeah, check that one out if you don't mind. We'll pop that as a pin up there as we actually concede a goal. So not happy about that. Sorry, David. I'm trying to advertise your charity here, but it's coming at the expense of a goal. So Super Mario getting the tackle in there. Oof. Apostolarchus has left his marker. To a command. Yeah, feel free. Feel free, Rouge. I mean, I don't know how long the thing's on for, but yeah, feel free. Feel free. Demand more. With 3-1 up, we don't need to be demanding more just yet. We can see at half time. You know, they've only had 2 shots, so it's not like they've been, you know, on the ascendancy. Like when they inevitably score straight from this kickoff, then we might have to be like, hey now, you lot, sort yourselves out. But look, they're bottom of the league. Like, Super Mario. Let's say people drop a message with what it's for, then it runs until the 24th of December. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Pop it in the Discord as well, David. Pop it in the Discord about the fact you're doing it, because you know how a lot are like. They're lovely, they're engaged, they're switched on. They'll be happy to support. So Jean with the ball over. Super Mario picks it up. Ottoman. Oof. You know, I'm tempted to bring Dieng off because he's I know he's having a great game, but he's also starting to tire. So at 4-1, we can put Liavas at centre back. Dieng can come in. Faye can come on. Petralis can drop. Apostolarchus can come off as well for Delijanidis. Doumbia for Christopoulos. Try that. Make some changes. Try and keep some players fresh a little bit. I know Jean's probably needs a bit of a rest. We use him a lot. Demirchan. Delijanidis makes it 5. Might as well plan for a Super League signings before Christmas comes. This train ain't stopping. Oh, I mean, I would be delighted if this kept going. I'm aware I've got to turn my computer off at some point. That tends to be an issue, doesn't it? 5-1. Look at this goal difference, though. That's the thing. Plus 13 now. We've got almost one more, and we get almost double the goal difference. In fact, we have got that now, sorry. Double the goal difference of our nearest competitor. Ottoman onto the roof of the net. Right, now Larisa ball's working. Looking at last season, though, Volos and Pantelikos got 94 and 92 points. Obviously, we finished third, so we finished fourth with 74. I certainly hope that we don't need 90 odd points to get promoted. If we get 90 odd points, then brilliant, but I certainly hope that we don't have to that we don't need to get that. It is 2 teams go up, by the way, as well. Remember, 2 teams go up. Interesting that the Olympiacos are also unbeaten, 5 games played. So they're two games behind us. That 6 points could put them back up. So that's interesting to look at. Any staff requests to make the board? Not yet. We don't need to be making any requests just yet. Like, what we need to do at this point, we need to keep the good times going, because we've now got the big games, Olympiacos and AEK, coming next. Staff we brought in, Lulu Booster. We brought in Luke Nillis as our set piece coach, Belgian international, and to be honest, that's an upgrade. Our last set piece coach had set pieces of 6. Luke's got 13 and 16 working with youngsters and 15 for attacking and level of discipline and adaptability. So that's an improvement. Yeah, we didn't have very good defensive coaches last year. So we released a fitness coach, brought in Kit Simmons, who is very defensive, and he's doing all the defensive work. Technicals are good, working with youngsters is good, defending's good, discipline, motivating. So again, that's an improvement in the coaching side of stuff. We brought in a performance analyst, who looks fantastic, to be honest, Alan Velick. So he looks like he's going to be great. And Markatos, another performance analyst, has come in. So we've got some data people in there now. And physios, did we bring any physio in? Maybe we have, because they're all on contracts till 2027, so possibly they are new. Maybe, but they haven't quite jumped out as much as us. So I improved physios and still loads of injuries. I don't know if we have. Maybe we have. He's only got 6 for physio, so yeah, maybe we need to bring some better physios in, I think, to be honest. Our sports science people are decent, but our actual physios, not great at this point. So match prep for Olympiacos B. And of course, remember, we still have, Danielle Maldini still doesn't have a club. I know he can't play defence. Oh, we've got the defender in. Radalik, 6'7", jumping reach of 20. He comes in January. Fine, he can't come now, but oh shit. Goalkeeper injury. Oh dear. Everything was going fine. Yeah. Until it wasn't. Until it wasn't. Don't worry, not a problem. Not a problem. Attempted fate, apologies. Don't worry, Monoret. Lulu Booster. It is what it is. It just happens. It happens that way. To be fair, he was me going like, hey, this is fine. So it's my fault as well. We'll put him on the bench. Christa Georgios can come in. I mean, we brought in a goalkeeper, so he's an improvement on Kamini anyway. So that's fine. Yeah, FM definitely listens. It knows what's going on. No two ways about it. Okay. Let's have it then, shall we? Away to Olympiacos B. Can't believe Kamini failed us. Oh, I'm genuinely good at Jogger Benito. I thought it was an inspired signing, but turns out I was wrong. I'm glad our generation foot prospects are better. And Doumbia as well. Oh, hello, floodlight. Just get in the way so we can't see anything. Redeem Bailey's. I like it. I like it. We have to change this camera angle, aren't we? I can't see shit here. Like, sideline camera. See if that works. Oh, we can use this for tactics rather than the blimp that I was using. Erichan, Super Mario. Signed an unscouted player who's good in the end. Hey, we've all done it. We've all done it, Jogger Benito. This save right here, we've done it. We had Faye, we had Dieng. Doumbia, we had a bit of an idea on. Oh, Kustis with the goal. We need to send the Ules Blade Runners to Greece to cut the the floodlights down. Yeah, stop the oil. Darren Chan. Back to Salakis. Oh, Super Mario. Oh. That was a chance right there, wasn't it? And Doombia's going to get sent off. What's happened? Like, everything was going fine. It's Olympiacos, isn't it? They've paid the FA off. We know what they're like. So it is possible that's what's happened. In Cyprus, my mates, we got those floodlights watching the games. Although there's people on them. There's definitely people on them. Demirchan, Super Mario. Gotta finish it now off the crossbar. Corner kick. Super Mario's just, I think he's got one of those days where he's not going to score. 45 minutes in, I'm already calling it. Petralis, Ottoman, Jean. In fact, I'm tempted to bring Doumbia off then and put Ottoman up top maybe. Ottoman. Demichan. It's not gone there. Does the chairman have a gun like the Panther one? No. Pantalonica. No. No, we don't. One positive is isn't the actual Olympiacos. It's not. It's not the Olympiacos, you're right. But it does have the prospect to not necessarily derail our season, but we have got AEK next as well. And again, I know it's not the same AEK, but it's interesting how we can go from very quickly being like, hey, everything's fine, to, right, everything's not fine. And I don't want to get into that situation too early. Yeah. We didn't think we'd go and beat all season. There is that, so. So that's to think of. Yeah, Mario's not having a great time up front. 6-3. Demre Can. We've pushed Demre Can and Ottoman up higher. Liavas got Samidis. Dieng. Petralis. Ball in. Super Mario goes for the header. Ottoman. Back to Liavas. Petralis. Demre Can. Jean. Oh, he loses it. Just miscontrolled it. Dieng wins it back. Petralis. Liavas. Good save. Jean brings him down. You know what? I think it's probably time to consider Ottoman going up front. Actually, no, Valoris up front. And Faye in midfield. Ottoman. Demre Can. Oh, brings it down. Ottoman. Oh. Kazar, welcome in. Appreciate the follow, pal. Thank you for that. Ottoman keeper comes for it. Zalakis claims. Let's put Ottoman up top. See if that works. Demre Can can go there. See, we're getting joy down the wings. That's the problem. I wonder whether two strikers is going to help. Delijanidis. Liavas. Delijanidis. Liavas got Simonidis. Balls at the top. Ottoman brings it down. Yes! Get in. Keep that flag down. That's what you want. Get in. You know what? We can go back. We can go back as well if we need to now. Ottoman doing the Lord's work. Demre Can. Delijanidis. Liavas. Zalakis claims it. Just bring it down. Don't lump it. Delijanidis back inside. Liavas gives it away. Delijanidis. Vlioris. Liavas. No! Get in. Oh, I love this team. I love this team. Oh, my word. Liavas with the ball in. Demre Can at the back post. Here we go, everyone. Oof. Like... Ottoman, Demre Can, like... Demre Can's had a great game, by the way. Like, he just comes in there, does what he wants to do. Demre Can deflected. Salou. Dieng holding the ball up. Oh, come on! If we can get a result here, this will be huge. I know it's only the B team. I know that, but I'm thinking more about the fact that the nature of the match. 1-0 down, 10 men. Get it away. Balls away. Balls away. Fine, don't matter. That'll do. Ottoman picks the ball up. Inside Delijanidis. Nothing silly, boys. Nothing silly. Could Ottoman be a DLF? Maybe. Oof. What about that for a performance? That is excellent. If we take 3 points of the B teams, the others don't, we climb up the ladder. The important thing is that Ilupu lost 3-2 to Nicky Valu, who of course have now come up. So there's 4 points between us and them. We've got a plus 15 goal difference. They've got plus 5 and plus 4. That's huge. That's huge. Ottoman as a DLF is an interesting idea, to be honest. It is interesting. I think the fact that the difficult thing is that of course he's playing well out there. So why would we, considering him in a different position is tricky. I think we got lucky. I think we showed. No, we didn't get lucky. We showed our character there, and we showed them what we're about, and we went, right, here's how we play. Like, do you know what I mean? Deal with it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get ourselves involved. And genuinely impressed by that comeback, to be honest. Check the attributes of DLF. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Like, I mean, he's got them. He's got them. Like, composure's probably the concerning one, but teamwork maybe it's still double. Strength, he might get bullied off the ball a little bit if he comes deep to collect the ball and turn and face, but passing's not brilliant. But then again, he's playing out wide, so he can do it. He could do it, and especially as part of a 2, maybe. Do you think have him dropping off and then have Doumbia playing forward? Do you reckon that's the Mario and Doumbia are good, but something's missing? It could be Ottoman. Yeah, he could be like the link play between the two. Could well be. Like if we go into a 3, or like sort of have him just behind, that could be interesting. There's certainly loads and loads of different ways around it, isn't it? I think we obviously now go into the game without Doumbia up front against AEK. Do we try Ottoman in that as a 2, or do we let Christopoulos have a game up front? Who plays wide? Well, we can put Kuntaritis back in here and then play Demircan there. So we could do it that way. So you put that like that. DLF on attack. That then becomes Demircan, and then that becomes Kuntaritis. So you could do that. Yeah. That could work. Marcus Jarni can go back in for George Lust. Ian McKenzie Ainsworth, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're good. Nini Cass can go on the bench. So we've got an extra player on the bench there. That's good. Aspen. He's out for a while, isn't he? Let's try that. Let's go for it. Exactly. AK B team. We owe them after what happened last time. We saw what happened against Olympiacos. Let's have it. We can go back to Director Cam because we haven't got any floodlights in our way. I think second yellow card found a player called Shit. Oh, really? Oh, dear. Oh, dear, Mr. Progger. Ottoman likes to be on the ball. No, let's see what he can do then, shall we? Super Mario gives the ball away. Dwells on it a little bit. Picks it back up. somehow wins a corner. Interesting decision to shoot with his right foot inside. Vladislav Shit. Is that the guy's name? You're shit, and you know you are. Yes, yeah, I genuinely am. Oh, Marcus Yarni's got to do better there. Come on. Don't make me put the backup goalkeeper back in. Right, what we'll do then, we'll just basically come from a goal down again, shall we? Oof. Corner kick this time. Ottoman. Demircan. Lovely bit of movement, cleared away. He's got Dick in the squad as well. All he needs is a midfielder now called Bumhole. Then they'll be sorted. Get Lyndon Gooch. Yeah. Jean. Contreras. Inside. Petralis somehow hits the goalkeeper in the face. Ottoman. The other is Tits. Is it? Or are all those players been signed from that French club Brest? Super Mario. Let's go positive. I mean, we are 4 shots, 3 on target. We are already chasing the game. Head away, Dieng nods it down. Oh, those lining up for it. Got to finish it. Contreras. Back post. There's the leveller. No one's marking him. No one's marking him. Everyone's drawn away. Is Contreras going to hit? No, he's not. Look how much space he gets here. What a ball by Demircan. Again, I mean, we are not. There's no way we're going to end up with him next year, surely, but he feels like a proper good find, Demircan, doesn't he? Oh, sells the defender. Oh, do you like the skin so far? Asks Ozu. Yes, I do. Absolutely do. It's a fantastic skin. To be honest, we used to use Tato, so we've changed things up. But, oh, hello. Can you say, oh, we just scored? Can I see? Right. Can I see? Oh, whoops. Daddy's pens. There you go. Right, there you go. Say hello, everyone. Hi. Yeah, you're not feeling very well? No, I can hear you coughing, mate. Yeah? Not just so. How's your throat? It's getting better. That big nose hair. That big nose hair on your nose.
Did you get it?
Did I get it? Let me do it. Oh, yeah, it's a massive hair on your nose. Yeah. Look at that! Genuinely, look at that. That is massive. It's a proper big nose hair. I'm going to put that there for later. We'll put that in your nose hair box. Yeah, right. Daddy's winning 2-1. Yeah, because Daddy's doing football. Yeah. Think we should just keep winning? Yeah. Yeah. Right. How many?
Your office.
This is my office. Yeah.
I'm gonna look on this one because it's bigger.
Do you want to log on this one so it's bigger? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So which team do you want to win then? Do you want the crimson team or the yellow team?
Yellow.
Yellow? Doesn't realise we're the crimson team. The ball's played in.
Wait, actually red.
Yeah, red. Yeah. The red team. Yeah, that's the one you want to win. Yeah. Say go horses.
Go Go horses.
Go horses, yeah. I know. Nearly scored, didn't he?
Scored it.
Nearly.
Nearly scored it.
Nearly scored. Right, so what's the score in the top? Can you see this? Can you see the scores where the numbers are? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
2-1.
2-1, yeah. Who's winning 2? Who's winning 2-1?
That one's got more than that.
Daddy's team's got 2, and we've got a penalty now. Yeah? So this is Super Mario. Super Mario's going to score. Yeah? Oh, he's missed it. Rubbish. Rubbish. He's called Mario, so we call him like Mario off of Mario. Super Mario Kart. Yeah. Yeah. Watch. If I do this, look. Look at all these. Yeah. See little Marios. Yeah. Right. He's injured. He's hurt his leg though. Right. Cross it. Oh, keeper saved it. Right. Let's take Super Mario off then. Yeah. We'll put this lad on.
Who is it?
This guy called Christopoulos. Do you like him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Cool. Is he a good idea? Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah.
Mario is injured, so.
Mario is injured. That's right. Yeah. So we're gonna make his leg better, aren't we? Yeah.
And let him have some rest.
Let him have some rest. Exactly. Okay. So can't close them down. Paras. Can I tackle him? Tackle him.
Off.
Oh, good save. Good save, isn't it? Goalkeeper did well there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, okay. Should we make another... Right, we've got
Off.
20 minutes left. Oh, what a ball that is.
Yeah.
John's picked it up. Are we going to score? Oh, close.
It just went to the side of it.
It was in the side. It's called the side netting.
So sometimes I do that when I try and get it in the goal.
You try and do that sometimes as well, do you?
Yeah, when I get a 30, I just bump into.
When you do it against the third years?
Yeah, I just do it near them.
Yeah?
I try and get a 30, but then I just. And then sometimes I just spank.
Right, there's a message here. Did you read this? It says, Daddy is a poo-poo head. do you want to read it?
Daddy has a poo-poo head.
Daddy has a poo-poo head. Well, I don't know about that. That's possibly true.
It's a poo-poo head.
Daddy is a poo-poo head. Yeah, not Daddy has a poo-poo head. Daddy is a poo-poo head. As in, Daddy's head is made of poo-poo. Yeah.
No, don't you dare.
Don't you dare, exactly. Yeah. Go on, close him down. Over the top, headed away.
Bump, bump, bump.
Oh, he's got the ball. That's right. Hold it up.
Yeah.
Interest, Ottoman's through.
Ooh. Sometimes I get it over the goal.
Sometimes you hit it over the goal as
yeah,
well, yeah.
Sometimes I... so I don't just do circles.
No?
I just I'm just doing my football practice, and when I do it, I just go, "Wah!" Ow.
Now, do you like the picture of the rocket?
That's the picture of a rocket.
Yeah, it's a picture of a rocket, isn't it?
Read that.
Apparently.
Huh?
Going to read this. Oh, penalty. We've got another penalty. Quick, put it down. Who's going to score? Are we going to score? Are we going to score? Fingers crossed. Oh, he's missed it again.
Oh, so close. Wait, did he literally just bang it on the top bit?
No, goalkeeper saved it. Goalkeeper saved it with his hands.
Sometimes the goalkeeper saves.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes the goalkeeper in the football game catches the ball.
Sometimes, yeah. He did in this one, didn't he? He did here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's just go balance for a little bit. A couple of minutes. Try and see this one out. We've won. Yay! Yay! Look at that. Look, we were really good. We had 22 shots. They only had one. We had an XG. Our XG was 4.06. Can you believe that?
No. And his was just 6.
That's right. 0.06. Exactly. Yeah.
006.
006. Yeah. Do you know how many progressive passes per 90 minutes our players have got?
What?
I just thought you might have known. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Look, Daddy's top. I know.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, do you think Daddy is going to win the league, or do you think Daddy is going to do what's called a bottle job? Is Daddy going to win, or is Daddy going to be terrible and lose? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Daddy's going to win. Right. You heard it here first. Daddy's going to win. Okay? So, let's ignore the fact that Super Mario's injured for 3 weeks, right? But Daddy's going to win, aren't we? Yeah? That's going to be cool. Right. This has been fun. I think you should come on stream more often. Right. Yeah, can you do a podcast? Can you do a podcast? No, he's not sure. He's not sure. Right. I think right, we're gonna go and do what's called a raid. Okay? So we're gonna go and we're gonna say thank you to everyone who's been watching us.
I know what is a raid.
You know what a raid is, okay, good, excellent. Do you do that at school?
Sometimes it's a battle.
Oh, of course, you do it on Pokemon, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
When it's at a poker gym.
Yeah.
Then you have to put your fist again.
Right, okay. Well, should we do that today then? Should we go and do a poker gym raid to someone else here? Should we do it to I tell you what, if I set it up, right, okay?
Right.
And we can make it happen, and then you can tell everyone that we're gonna go and do a poker raid, yeah? Okay.
Oh, so the Pokemon away starts on Sunday maybe.
Yeah?
I'll just send a message. So just send the message.
Do you want to tell them to check the Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are they going to check? Discord, yeah, and say follow the podcast.
Yeah, follow the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Excellent. Right, and say 20% off at Manscaped.
20% off at Manscaped.
That's right. Excellent. Right. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you possibly Sunday, maybe, because we're not around tomorrow. He doesn't know yet. But yeah, we're gonna go and read Scurry Funge. Can you say Scurry Funge?
Scurry Funge.
Excellent. Lovely. Right. Appreciate you all. Thank you for hanging out tonight, and have a great weekend. We'll see you very soon. Do you want to wave? Right. Bye, everyone. Take care. Have fun. Go and send some love. See you all in a bit. Bye.